Hello and welcome to the Curse of Strahd. A couple of announcements before we start. First of all, we have two new campaigns launching today. We have this, and at 4:30 p.m. EST, we have Struggling Hosh, which will be DM'd by Evan. For those of you who were expecting Urxos to be released yesterday, or Avalon and Gehenna as you may know it, we've decided to go a little bit further with the production. A trailer will be with you all soon, and it will kick off next Friday. I will be streaming Milton tomorrow, but it may be a slightly shortened version. And after that, everything will resume as normal on Monday. Today, we have been trying to wait for our favourite friend Jellyfish Joe to arrive. Unfortunately, he is delayed. He will arrive at some point during the episode, but as to when, we do not know quite yet. So, with no further ado, I pass over to our great DM, Kirah.
Hello.
And we begin.
Guys might know me from Cassiopeia and stuff like that. I am pretty tired, but we're gonna do this because it's Curse of Strahd, and I'm depraved. So, without further ado, we are going to introduce our players. I'm going to come first to Josh Zilla.
Hi, I'm Josh. Today I will be playing a harmless little satire called Lithril, who is a peace domain cleric who's just here to spread the love in this dark, dark world.
Good luck with that. We will next shift over to Jodai.
Hello. For this, I will be playing Lumiere, a female half-elf, technically a druid, but with more of a flavor of kind of like you'd see with a wizard or an artificer, typically. If she's alive, she'll go Circle of Stars and has a background as sort of as an astronomer, that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's me.
Nice. We will go to Moon.
Hello, I'm Moon. I'm playing Ak the Barbarian. He'll be a Path of the Totem Warrior Barbarian. You get to know more about him soon enough.
Yes, and we come last to James.
Well, if Josh is about spreading the love, I am about the opposite. I will be playing Zek. Zek is a warlock sorcerer. He will be leveling equally in both classes at all times. He is all about knowledge and all about power. And he was born with magic in his blood, but it wasn't enough for him. And as an ASMR, he decided to take a pact with the Great Old One, and causing him to be cast out from the ASMR. So he is now a fallen ASMR. And he's pretty ruthless, pretty dark, and pretty evil.
I like it.
I'm not sure which side I'm going to be on. If you find me as the BBEG in a few episodes, don't blame me.
And last week, our fifth player, Benedict Silicinus, I don't know how to say his last name. It will be played by Jellyfish Joe. I guess when he gets here, he'll play him, but he will be playing a. You know what? We'll just wait and see what he's playing. I think everyone will enjoy it. And without further ado, I will begin. Here. So, the crack of reins sends twin dark brown stallions into a mad dash as the wood of the attached carriage creaked beneath the strain of velocity. The sound of hooves thundered through a fog-filled mountain range as another snap of the leather cuts through. We're reaching the bend, hang on! A cloaked driver yells over his shoulder as he constricts himself, tightening and bracing his body as he pulls on the reins. The horses bray loudly, whilst they sharply cut around the bend at such a speed that the carriage itself tips and the right side angles into the air before slamming onto the rocky path, followed by another quick snap of the leather, and followed by a deafening silence. The driver, instinctually feeling something, his eyes kind of tremble as they dart around, and he tears and looks over his shoulder as he hears this horrendous, guttural roar that begins to tremble the entirety of the mountain range. Terrified, the driver grips tight and lowers down as he continues to snap. The horses galloping faster and faster. And as the roar, another roar echoes out, his heart sits in his throat. He removes one hand from the reins and slides it slowly into his cloak. You can hear a mechanical click of a pistol's hammer. He takes a second to swallow as beads of cold sweat begin to perspirate and drop over his brow and into his eyes, making it hard for him to see. He struggles to kind of wipe his eyes on his sleeve. And then as he turns around, he sees them. These two gleaming sapphire eyes against a shadowed backdrop. As he begins to tear through the fog, you hear him scream again, "He's here!" The driver exclaimed as he turned and lowered down. One more snap of the reins and the sound of the hooves, and then the sound of straining wood as the wheels in the coach begin to strain underneath the sheer amount of speed and urgency with which it moves. And then as they continue to ride along, there's just a slow, steady beating of wings. A second. And then a small beam of arcane light streaks across the fog. And then an eruption of arcane fire, sending ash and debris careening and splashing all over the path. The driver lowered himself, shifting his body to direct the horses around the debris that begins to fall and rain upon the path. You hear another snap as the painful neigh of stallions, as their speed suddenly drops. You can see the blood begin to streak around the horse's body as they've been pierced by shrapnel. You hear another voice calling from the back of the coach, "Keep it steady!" A gruff male voice calls from the back as the coach door swings open, followed by a click of a musket hammer. His long salt and pepper hair whips back and forth in front of his face. He lowers his loot and he stuffs the butt of the musket into the meat of his shoulder as he's beginning to look, stare. He can see the blue gleaming eyes kind of teetering back and forth before the fog begins to part. And they part as if a curtain on a show, as if commanded. That focus he had shattered as he begins to lower his gun and to stare at what was before him. Sapphire skin that glistens like stars in the moonlight. Wings that seemingly expanded the entirety of the skyline. And eyes that were the deepest of blue. The roar and the slow tremble of a growl begins to shake the entirety of the carriage. But that was not what truly frightened him. His eyes panned upwards as standing atop its back, arms crossed, adorned in crimson and gold accoutrement, skin pale, smooth like porcelain, eyes the deepest of black with a terrifying smirk, was the devil of this land. The man had grown pale, his weapon hung loosely at his side. The devil's smile extended even further, reveling in the ecstasy of a crushed spirit. The sapphire beast then reared back, inhaled deeply, and then released what it would consider a gout of azure flame. It splashed on the ground, next to the injured and exhausted horses who caught flame. The horses screamed as they fell over, sending the coach careening. It tipped and broke into tatters. The driver was thrown, as was the passenger, as he flew across the ground, scraping his face across it, blood left in a smear, as in another boom, loud thud. It shook the passenger from his haze as he was close to falling unconscious, and you could see a chest before him. It reminded him quickly why he was here and what he was set out to do. He took the second to try and find his musket, but no avail. He stood up, wiping his eye, wiping the dirt, feeling the pain radiating over his body, and he stumbled over to the chest. And then he looked over as he heard a straining of his comrade. And as he turned over to look, The passenger, yet again, was frozen in fear as he saw his comrade standing there, stock still, trembling. And he looked deeper past him toward the shadow that stood behind him, staring into eyes of pure onyx. The driver began to open his mouth to say, "Huh!" His words choked back by blood as it shot forward, spackling over his lips. And as you can see, a hand protruding through his body as a heart began to slowly before him. The passenger's skin began to grow pale as the blood began to spill over and coat his clothes. The driver, with the rest of his might and vigor, called out, "Run!" The body dropped. Just that word shook the passenger again. He turned, grabbed the chest, threw it over his body, and began to run. But as he moved, a gust of wind, the smell of fresh blood, and the devil stood before him. He stopped in his tracks and sat, his eyes merely panning, as the devil began to step forward through the shadow, as if birthed from it. He could hear the dropping of his comrade's blood hitting the ground. And as he stepped forward through the shadow, you could see as he raised his hand and ran his tongue over the back of his hand across the palm, crimson of his comrade trickling. He could see before him his life replaying as it kind of just formed the backdrop and the devil the centerpiece. But the fact that he was going to die made him more resolute than ever. He gritted his teeth, grabbed the chest, turned to the left, and leapt off the mountain. Dust left in the wake of the devil as he charged forward, just missing his body. But he did grab some. You see, as he brings his hand up, blood splashed the face. And he looked down, the body of the driver falling into the fog. He raised his hand again, his tongue running over his lips to lap up the fresh blood. And he simply And as we call to an end of that, we now hear and pan over to a foresty area. Inside this foresty area, you see the sunlight piercing through the verdant foliage while two woodland creatures play on the boughs of trees, running around, their claws scratching and marking the wood as they ascended the mighty trunk. Dirt left in their wake whilst they scurry to and fro the forest floor, leaping and bounding over around each other in play, before they would break off into a sudden sprint across the forest floor, hearing an unfamiliar yet familiar sound at the same time. They sprint and lodge themselves into shrubs, and their heads slipping beneath some of the larger leaves to instinctively camouflage themselves as they stare toward a beaten path. The sound of old, worn, and beaten wood of a cart gets louder and louder as the horse approaches. The driver in front, wearing a stained brown riding cloak and clothes, his beard gray and bushy, his eyes red and tired. However, it wasn't exhaustion on his face. It was boredom. However, this man has traversed the road to Garen's Wall many a time. Seen it all it has to offer in every season. Things that were once sights were now landmarks and constant reminders that this was probably it for him. He wouldn't advance any further in life, and he'd probably die in this cart. His head hung low at the thought, yet he had an idea. His right ear perked in amazement that he never thought this before. Cautiously, he looked over his shoulder. At the floor behind him. At the floor behind him. He thought to himself, I wonder what their purpose is and where they're going. After Garen's wall, maybe I can join them. Get myself out of this shithole. And as he turns around, he looks toward a seemingly interesting man wearing a cloak, a staff slung over his back. Zek, would you like to explain who you are and what you look like?
My name is Zek. I am one with magic. A sorcerer that has taken a pact to further his powers. I seek knowledge and power, and care little for those who would stand between me and it.
Nice. He looks over and ponders you for a second. Maybe I don't want to get... Life is so boring. What could it hurt? And then he looks over. What's up with this one? And he sees this strange male, female of smaller stature. He can't decide. Josh, will you please explain your character and what he looks like?
Savage.
Lithril is a male satire who has brightly colored clothes and scarves on, multiple necklaces, multiple earrings, short little horns, and is currently drinking herbal tea out of a cup and saucer.
Nice. He looks over, his eyes just kind of like studying you for a second. You're too absorbed in your tea, but he looks at you over. Maybe not so bad. I could use a drink, maybe a little tea or something. And his eyes shoot to a younger-looking girl dressed in black. Jodai, you please explain your character, who she is.
My name is Lumiere. I'm a female half-elf, long, straightish black hair. You can see I have a poncho-style cloak thrown back over one shoulder, gypsy skirt, yes, all in dark colors, and particularly black leather armor with some strange accoutrement. It's almost like little monocles mounted all over. For what purpose, it's not clear just yet, but sit taking things in, always watching, observing.
Sits in. This is a strange group. Especially that one. He looks toward a tiefling. Joe, please explain your...
I am Benedict Celestius, a paladin under the service of Tyr. Benedict is technically a tiefling. It's kind of an open secret that he is a tiefling. He became a tiefling much later in his life. It came into realization much later in life, so he broke off both of his own horns and he covers them under his hood. He is currently wearing his chainmail, carrying his holy book and holy symbol, and just kind of in his prayer, hoping that some god will answer him one day and remove this curse of tieflinghood from him.
As the man ponders you all, there's no way he can know how you were all connected. All of you had received a dream. In this dream, all your faces were shadowed you saw across from you, at this red velvet table surrounded in black, this one woman sitting as she flourished cards with all these intricate designs. Flourishing the cards, they seemed to float around her as if they sentient, or just had minds of their own will. And as they began to move around, she placed them on the table and began to speak. All of you have a destiny. Unfortunately, you will all be intertwined with the devil. Try as you might, you can't run from this. You can't escape it. Whether to live or die will be your choice. But you all play a part in the balance. And she spoke, her voice echoed as if in a chamber. Her hands moving around the cards as they flipped and reflipped, shuffled themselves. And she placed them down. Unfortunately, I cannot tell you your fate yet. But you should come see me. Beyond Garen's wall. And as she said that, you watched the room had gone wavy and became like this tunnel. Before you all woke up, and as you all sat in your beds, you felt this draw, this pull from deep within you to travel. For Zek, knowledge. For Benedict, revival. Change. For Lithral, new friends. Lumiere, the one you love the most. And as you all sit in the back, ponder, the horse-drawn cart continues as the path opens up, and your nostrils are filled with the aroma of cooking meats and the sounds of children playing, festive music, and happy people. You all pull into a quaint, rustic yet busy town. As you look around, you can see streamers and tapestries with a large motif of a rising sun hung across the building, with paper lanterns and carts and stalls erected with men, women, and children enjoying games of all sorts. The music continues as you all take a mini tour through the town of Garen's Wall. The people smiling and laughing. As you pass them by, they wave. You find yourself slightly lost in the festivities, just watching and just looking as everyone walks by, enjoying the fanfare. You suddenly hear, as the driver pipes up, "We're here," as he pulls into a stable and sets the horses. Hops down. Well, welcome to Garen's Wall. Listen, this general store over here, there's not much here. You know, we do a little business, but we try our best. Yeah, general store here. There's the blacksmith over there if you need to keep this, you need to get any weapons or anything done for you. And also there's a festival. Fucking enjoy it, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go get a drink. And he starts heading toward a little you pass the tavern on the way, and he starts heading that way. You guys had already paid him in Evening Shire. You guys left. Like over a few days ago. So, my adventure. I leave it to you.
Okay, I'm gonna head out the carriage.
Okay.
And as I put my hooves on the ground, I'm gonna look around and see the festivities, right?
Yeah, it's a festival going on. Yeah.
Let's see the festivities go. Shall we, everyone?
smells like humans and children and muck. I could do with a wine.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Joe seems frozen.
I probably should not involve yourself in this kind of specific thing, especially not on duty.
Joe, the lag has killed you off.
Oh. Do you hear me now?
No, I think you might need to reconnect. We've got you in underwater robot mode.
Fun. Okay.
Okay, bye.
Now that should have been my character, underwater robot.
How are we doing now?
Yep, beautiful.
Much better.
Welcome back.
Cool. So I was saying, I probably should not partake in such festivities, especially not on duty. However, it would be rude of me to refuse a formal invitation if should you offer one to me.
Duty? What are you, some kind of god?
I am a proud paladin of Tyr, thank you very much.
Oh, Lord. How did I end up with you? Alright. I really need that.
Well, I'm not going to see anything here inside the carriage, so certainly I will go take a look around. We all should.
Perhaps there is something worth learning in this godforsaken shithole. Let us walk. Just to clarify, DM question. Ak is not with us, right? Currently?
No.
Okay, cool. Yep, just clarifying that. Because otherwise we're just not paying him any attention. Yeah, cool. Right. Let's see this shitty festival.
I'm gonna turn to Zach. And brother, do you need to say such things?
Say what kind of things? What's the problem?
Such horrible things. Look at all the joy here.
Yes, I know. Isn't it rancid? The air is rancid with it.
Beautiful. Join them.
There is beauty in power and beauty in magic, but beauty in this... I mean, look at it. Look at the grime of humanity upon the ground.
There is beauty everywhere. Let us go. And he shall hold his hand out to him.
Yes, I shall fold my hands under my cloak and say, go on then, lead the way. I will come, if only to make sure that we all make it to wherever we're meant to be alive.
He's gonna, I guess, lead the way, skipping on his hooves.
I shall cast a forlorn look back at the tavern where I could have had my wine and then follow this imbecile.
Yeah.
You know, you both might find it easier if you just take it as objective observation. One of you is seeing everything so wonderful, one of you sees it as misery, but it just is what it is, observed objectively. And that reminds me, I don't know how I set off on this journey without a place to take notes on these observations. I think I need to go to the store for some writing supplies, perhaps.
Underprepared, overly optimistic, and a paladin. What have I got myself into? Very well. You did at least say one smart thing. Perhaps it is just is. And in the meantime, if you wish to take your observations, whatever they might be, you may take from me a piece of vellum if you wish, or we may go to the general store.
Well, I suppose unless you have also a pen, I might need to go to the store.
Truly underprepared, yes, I do have all the things I need to take notes, but alas, if you have my pen, I will not.
This is a personal concern. I like to keep the notes, but trust me, if anything happens, I have the preparations for that taken care of.
Excellent. Perhaps you might prove more useful in battle than you have in packing your own bags. Let us move onwards.
Fucking love Zach. I love this. Okay. I just love this whole interaction. It's great.
I can't believe Joe rolled a paladin!
Okay, so to consensus, you guys are going to the festival, or you guys are going to go to the general store
I think
first?
general store, then festival, if that's
Okay,
alright.
to the general store. Okay.
Because it was near us vaguely, correct?
Got it. So, As you begin to walk away from the stables and you see all the people enjoying themselves, kids skitter past you, Zek, as they're playing with pinwheels, hitting each other slinging each other with mud and rocks. They pass by you, and you guys begin to walk past this large fountain currently in the midst, and you could now you're as you walk to the general store, you are more in the heart of the town. You could smell the food cooking, and you see people trying to come by and hand you stuff, but you brush past them as you come to this nice little quaint brick shop. It has like a section window in the front, and as you can see inside, you can see that the shelves themselves are like overflowing with items and things that you would need. And as you walk in, the bell goes off. As you look around, you see, although this shop is disorganized and a mess, it is very clean. There's not a speck of dust.
Meta question. Jodai's mentioning purchasing things in the general store. Were we meant to have some gold?
yeah, you should have gold.
I have no gold. How much gold am I meant to have?
Just take 10.
Perfect. Thank you. Done.
Yeah, I thought I checked that last night. Your description should have gave you one.
I think I probably had it open, which can...
As a hermit, I didn't have any gold.
Okay.
Oh dear, what a tragedy. It's not like you were going to purchase anything other than herbs anyway. Well, shall we proceed?
As you walk in, you see this halfling hops over the counters. Hey, oh, great customers. Hello. Hi, I'm Jelsana. Everyone calls me Jelly. Hi.
Don't overexcite yourself. We are here for goods, not your company.
I'm not overexcited. This is how I am normally. Jelsana Hortlade.
Very good.
You see she has like these dark roots and like this reddish brown hair with a singular braid that goes down into a nice little metal worked bead that kind of gives like a little tiny tail. She's wearing like a floral pattern airy dress and like these like she has like these strap sandals that tie up to the calves and like to her knees, and she has like a golden band on her right hand, on her right wrist.
Hello, sister. How are you?
Hey. What do you need? I love your hair, by the way. It is amazing.
Thank you. What do you have?
Well, welcome to the Whistling Adventurer. We have just about anything you could want. Well, at least in general means. If you're looking for weapons and daggers, you gotta go to Oak Bar for that. But here, we should have, general camping and adventuring things.
I am in need of some writing supplies. If you have something to write with and perhaps a bit of parchment.
Okay. Well, paper is 2 silver pieces a sheet. And I'm assuming you want a pen as well, right?
Yeah, so it's going to be necessary.
Yeah, 2 copper pieces.
Fabulous. I'll have 10 sheets of the parchment and the pen, please.
Okay. And she hands you that. That'll be you said you got 1 pen, right? Okay.
I mean, depends how you're running it. If you mean to buy a thing of ink for $1,000 or some crap, but
yeah, no, just give me just a gold. A gold is enough for that.
Fabulous. Thank you.
Thanks. Will you be requiring anything, sir, in Darkhood, or
I don't
you, sir?
suppose you have a case for scrolls, magical, well protected, preferably waterproof.
Let me see. And she gets down off the counter, and you see you hear her rustling around, throwing stuff to the right and left. Before she finally digs in and there we go. And she pulls up a little chest with like some cases in there. So how many would you be wanting? They're gold each.
Just the one will do.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
Thank you.
All right. Does he always talk like that? Oh, I'm sorry. That's very rude. I'm so sorry.
He only talks like that when faced with people who are disorganized and underprepared. But never mind.
So yes, he always speaks like that.
Good.
You just have to get used to it. We all have
Trust
our
me.
own eccentricities.
His manner is one of my first notes to put on the paper, let me tell you.
It's a good note. Oh, will you have anything, sir? And she looks toward.
I truly appreciate the offer, but I have everything I need for now. Thank you.
Well, at least
Okay,
one
great.
of us turned up prepared.
Well, enjoy your stay. Enjoy the festival. It's really fun.
I'm sure it is.
Is there any suggestions as to where we should go during the festival?
I mean, well, currently they have a lot of games out there. You know, I'm not sure if you're dexterous or maybe you're strong or maybe you're perceptive. They have some games with some nice prizes.
Prizes.
Thank you so much. We will definitely look forward to playing them.
Yes, prizes. I think if you do something well, you should be rewarded. You think so?
Perhaps this festival might be more interesting than I originally suggested. Prizes, as long as they are of worth, may be interesting.
I hope
Let
so.
us see what they have to offer.
Okay. Great. Will that be all? Or
Zach leaves.
oh, okay. There we
Yes,
go.
thank you.
That is everything for me. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take her hand like in mine and then put my hand on top of it. Have a wonderful day.
You too. You're so nice. Thank you.
Thank you. So are you. And then he's gonna whip his scarf around his neck and walk.
Okay. And she's just like, wow. It's always nice to meet new travelers, meet new people. Zach, as you're leaving, give me a perception check.
Nah.
Nah.
Nah, I
Okay.
ain't got one of those.
All right.
The hood's too low.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Not renowned for that either.
What was your number?
8.
8. So, as you're stepping out, passing through, just leaving out the door, you don't see it, but you feel it. A split second, you hear this grasping roar as you suddenly step backwards. It stops you in your track as a axe hits the floor in front of you. Moon, can you please describe your character?
Oh, Lord.
This is Ak the Barbarian. He's a kobold, a sapphire kobold in service of Lady Lindrel. I can't speak in his voice, or you will not understand how I describe him. All he carries with him is a great axe and a sapphire in respect to his Lady Leandrel, I mean.
So, Zek in front of you, you see this sapphire kobold slam. You watch as the dirt begin to rise up and plop around him as he's like trying to pull out the axe from the ground.
I shall prestidigitation my own robes and look down at him. Are you... What? What are you?
Move!
Okay. I'll proceed towards the festival.
At this point, you guys all heard the loud eruption of rock and debris, and you see as you saw from the window just a little bit of debris get thrown, and you saw an axe go down. But you couldn't see Zek at that moment. As you open the door, you'd see Zek walking away, and this kobold picking up his axe out of the ground.
Would I have then bumped into him on my way out of the store?
Oh, I figured you were the last one coming out, so the first one who sees him is like you're kind of looking over the shoulder of Benedict and Lumiere.
I mean, probably immediately as I hear the axe like going down, my gun is already drawn, ready to deal with whatever is going on here.
Yeah, Ak, as you're sitting there pulling the axe out, there's now a gun pointed at your face.
I'm paying no attention to the gun, and I'm still trying to pull my axe out.
Give me a strength check.
Oh, that's a terrible strength check of a 7.
Oh no.
Zek will
Oh my God!
I will turn around and gesture with one hand. My mage hand will lift his axe from the ground and lay it upon the floor. There. Then I'll walk off.
How do?
How do?
How do?
Well, I don't think any explanation will be enough for your tiny little brain, so
Probably not.
be happy with the fact that you have your axe and try and create some chaos further away from me if you would, thank you. We're not stopping for this thing, are we?
Excuse me, a little. Excuse me, Kobold. Do
What?
you require any assistance, if I may ask? You seem.
Uh,
Are you
Yes.
lost?
yes.
Do you know where you need to go?
No.
Well then, as a paladin of Tyr, I offer you my accompaniment until you find your way where you need to go. Should you accept it?
Lumia, where are you? Are you next to her? Are you with them?
Just taking my time to decide what to do about this, but leaning towards walking in your direction, quite
I
frankly.
would like to turn towards Lumiere and say, I think the paladin just invited the lizard to dinner.
Yes, well, I mean, seeing as we have something to do, and I am looking for something he seems to have lost himself. I'm not too hopeful, but
For what reason are we inviting this lizard along? Sorry, I think we have each other's names at this point, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I would then finish that with Benedict.
Well, it is our duty, living in the world of the gods, that we show respect to every creature and help those in need.
I assume by our duty you mean your duty.
I believe this duty extends to all of us. Some people merely fail to fulfill it, but it is our duty, living in the world of the gods.
And if you must bring it along, at least keep it clean.
As I am playing with the dirt.
Alright. Shall we go and see what these prizes are? Tell me, do you have a name?
Me?
Yes, you.
Me Ack. Ack name Ack is noise make when hit with axe.
Yes, it is rather fitting that your name sounds like the sort of noise I occasionally make when a poverty-stricken beggar steps on my foot. Ack, it shall be. Ack, do you have a purpose for being in this town, or are you just wandering?
Me look for Lady Leah Lindra.
Well, shit.
And who might that Lady Lindra be?
Don't we know that, Kirah?
Dragon God.
Oh, right, we didn't know it by name. Okay. What did you say, dragon pot?
God.
Ah.
Goddess. Whatever. Did we decide whether it was actually a female or a male?
Well, I think it's fair to say that Ack probably doesn't know anyway. Regardless. You CK Dragon God. I mean, there are worse things to do with your time. Apparently there are some prizes for the winning. Should we go and see if they're worth anything?
Ralph, where?
Yes, let us go.
So, you gather Ack. I assume Zek walked over and prestidigitation him to clean up the mud off
Oh
his
no,
body.
only
possibly.
off myself. I'm not cleaning
Only of
him.
yourself? Okay. I got it. So, you all managed to gather each other and, Ack walking behind you with this axe over his shoulder.
Kind of like dragging it on the ground because it's a bit too heavy.
You guys walk into the festival proper. You can walk into the crowds and hearing people talk amongst themselves. You hear children begging their parents to try other games, even though they're not rigged, but they're just above their current level. And as you walk through, you see a few games here. You watch as a man steps at this line and begins throwing daggers at a target. You walk around, you see this strong Goliath playing tug of war with like 5 people. And then you see another where this woman gets blindfolded and she's laughing as she dips her head into a vat of water. And trying to bob for apples, coming back up as she pulls the apples back up and bites into them. As you look behind the stalls, you get to see a few things here. Behind the dagger toss, you see this. You see a few things. You see a stuffed doll, and you see a set of fishing tackle, dragon chest, and playing card set. But then above it, at the top, you see a flask with red liquid in it. Now, you may recognize this. And Zek, you take a second to think. These simpletons actually have this. Interesting.
What is this?
Give me an Arcana check. Actually, give me an Insight check.
Same thing. It's a nat 20 for 24.
It's the potion of healing.
Oh. Okay. It's less exciting.
What you thought it was?
Yeah, I don't know, like dragon fire or something. Anything that does not healing, or damage of sorts.
Sorry, DM question. So there's a strength-based one, there's a dex-based one.
And the last one is a perception-based one.
Okay, cool. And they're the only 3 ones.
There's only 3 that you see so far. There's only 3 that you see.
What are the prizes for the other?
As you look around, you see the tug of war, the Goliath. He kind of walks back. He drops the rope over this pit of mud. Kind of walks over and it's just like, really? Can none of you stand up to me? Listen, no one wants this herbalism kit, or no one wants a discount at the lovely whistling adventurer. Nobody. You see his men walk around. They start talking amongst themselves. Hey, fuck this guy. Okay, fuck this guy.
Can't say I've ever wanted anything less.
And then you see the woman who's currently bobbing for apples, and you see she kind of comes back up. She comes back up with one, and she's like, "Damn it!" And you look behind the counter, you can see that they got like different swordsman clothes and leather armor and a collection of gold in the back for the one who can get the most apples.
I like money, but I'm not putting my head in a bucket.
Well, I think I could do quite well on that one, but only by what they would probably consider cheating.
I'm gonna walk over to the apple bobbing game.
Yes, let the goat eat the apples.
And I'm gonna walk up to the attendant, I guess, and say, "May I try?"
Oh, sure, yeah, you can try. Let's just get you set up. It is 1 copper to try.
Amazing, but I'll give you a gold.
Take that. Slips it in his slides in his pocket, and walks behind you, pulling out this rag and covers your eyes and tightens it. And he helps lead you over to the vat. He said, "Okay, all right, just if you come up, depending on how many apples you come back up with, that's the prize you'll get. Okay, you ready?"
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. All right. First, give me a perception check. With disadvantage because you're blindfolded.
Did the goat spend excess money trying to win gold?
Yes, she
Clearly
did.
from a 19 to a 5.
Excellent.
Now, give me an attack roll with disadvantage. If you got over a certain level, you would have got the attack roll straight.
I don't have. Wait. Oh yeah. Okay.
Just
Wait.
punch the apples.
Sorry. What's that? Disadvantage again.
Disadvantage on this attack roll.
That's a 15.
Nice. You bob down. You kind of played in your mind where they were. You kind of like began to estimate the trajectory that they would move. You know, as they, their rate of drift. And you cut up, and you eat the apple or no?
No, not yet.
Okay. All right. You just bring it up, and he's like, "Hey, nice, good one." All right. He walks. He spins you around. All right. Try again. Another perception check with disadvantage.
It's a 7.
Okay. Attack roll disadvantage.
I don't know if I'll get lower than a 4, but
Oh yeah. So you go down again. You think you're pretty confident, but now that he's spun you around, you're a little wonky. But you go down and you just face into the water. You bite, catch nothing, bring it back up. Hey, so well, okay. One more try. You get 2 tries. You get 2 tries for these. For the attempts.
As he tries again, I would like to try to use my shape water
Ooh, I like
to
that.
flush the apples towards them and firm up the water beneath them a bit, so it's easy enough to bite them.
Oh,
Okay.
how helpful of you. The thing I wanted to do was incredibly derailing, so I think I'm just going to stick without it.
Let's see. I think it's fine. I want to roll to see for his insight check that maybe he's like, oh, maybe the wind kicks
Sure,
up
yeah.
for it, you know? Actually, I'll roll away. Okay. He does not realize that it's swirling in a certain way. Okay. Give me a perception check with disadvantage again. 1 second.
again, I got 2 19s, and you want me to do it again?
No, he means
Oh,
give you
oh.
the numbers that you have rolled.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay, yeah.
You got 2 19s? Okay, you're good. Okay. So, because of the shape water, roll your attack with advantage now.
Thank God, because that's a nat 1. And that's a 6.
Uh,
Oh my god.
you go down to try and get it, and just you feel it crushed and hit your lip, but bypasses you, and you just face plant to the water and pull back up. And he's like, "I'm sorry, my friend, but you can try again for another copper. Sorry. But hey, yeah, here's a consolation prize. He gives you a pack of like these not roddy, but they're like a little. They're much worse than what you're wearing traveler's clothes.
I really wanted that teddy bear.
Pray tell, mister, what is the top prize for this exercise in stupidity?
Oh well. Well, this beautiful leather armor, and 10 gold. This is bing, 11 gold now, because of your friend here.
Oh, I see. Never mind.
Okay.
I'm gonna take.
I'm assuming Zek didn't see that, or there would be problems.
I'm
He turned around.
I'm gonna take the guy's hand in my hands. Thank you so much. This was so much fun.
No, you know what? Thank you, because I get to take that home if no one, claims it. So thank you.
Well, if you ever have to throw out a teddy bear, send me a letter. I shall come and get it.
Sure. You know what? Sure. And he kind of leans down. He pulls out this really dirty teddy bear. It's kind of got some dirt on it. You see, it's been used, and he just hands it to you. Here you go. You can take this one.
I hate it.
Thank you.
I hate
so
the way
much.
you said it's been used on a teddy bear.
Well, I mean, come on,
Eh,
child's
thank you.
toy.
Thank you so much. May I?
What?
He's holding his arms out to hug you.
No, I mean, I know what you want, but he's just.
Oh,
And he kind of leans forward to give you that church hug, where he kind of keeps his ass out and just.
yeah. He's pulling him in.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, have a good Golden Dawn festival to you too.
And then he's gonna let go and walk away.
Okay.
And as he walks away, he's gonna be like patting off the bear, trying to get it as clean as he can.
As you're walking away, hey, well, want to try, huh? Fresh apples, 10 gold pieces.
Axe gonna run up and try. Axe wanna try.
Oh, okay, little guy. Sure. One copper piece.
I'm just gonna throw money at him. Some random amount of money, and he can figure it out.
Oh, he just okay. Puts it in the gold piece. Well, that's up to 16 now. Sure. He kind of walks over and he wraps the blindfold around your eyes and spins you around. Okay. Sure. Give it a shot. Perception check with disadvantage.
At this moment, Lumiere hears in his... Sorry, go on, Joe. At this moment, Lumiere hears in his head a voice, or her head, sorry, a voice saying, "I will be in the tavern. I cannot stand any more of this, and I will leave to the tavern." Well, I'll just sit and
I
drink
think I
some
can
random
respond to
ways.
those, right? You just do
You
a
can.
message.
You can respond. No, it's telepathic speech. You can speak
Yeah.
for another minute, unfortunately.
Honestly, I tend to begin to agree with you. I may check out the final prize and then join you. The final test.
Okay, and I shall wait in the tavern for them to party, so as not to be a Debbie Downer.
Okay. What was your perception check, Moon?
13.
13. Okay, nice. Roll. Just give me a straight attack roll.
A 17. Do I
Nice.
add anything to that?
No. Since you're not attacking with your weapon or anything like that, I'm pretty much just counted as an unarmed strike.
Oh,
So,
that's fine. That's 22.
Nice. So, your keen nose tells you you just like dive into it. You pretty much form a geyser that comes out of the vat. And he's like, "What the hell, shit!" And you go down, you grab it, and just eating it. Okay, that's one. Let's try again. And he spins you around. Give me another perception roll with disadvantage.
That's a fucking 4.
Okay. Give me an attack roll with disadvantage. Oh wait.
16.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you yet again. He can spin you all he wants. Your nose is too keen. You just go down, grab it. He said, "Hey, if you keep knocking the water out, you're gonna put it back in. Stop." You come back up, and he's like, "You're eating it again." So okay, that's 2. All right, last one. He grabs you and he really spins you around. All right. He like forces you toward the vat. All right, again, and another perception check. You said 3?
Yeah.
Okay, attack roll disadvantage.
Fucking damn it! I crit on one of them. 20.
20. Oh, that's more than enough. Yet again, you go straight back down. You grab it, and you went down so hard, you actually broke the bottom of the barrel. And as you come back up out of the water, you're chewing the last one. He's like, "Oh, damn it! All right, fine. Yeah, you fucking won." And he walks over. He grabs the fucking leather armor, slides it over, and he grabs the bag of gold and hands it over. So you can add 16 gold to your pot there. And he's like, "Here."
How much did I? He took 5 from me, right?
He took so he got 1 from the throw.
Yeah, I'm just making sure how much I'm actually getting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a total of 11 gold added.
So he hands it to you, and he immediately turns around and starts breaking down the stand. He's like, "Fuck this, I'm done," and he starts breaking down the stand. Yeah, congratulations on that, Ak. Does anyone else want to try anything else? You said you want to try something, right, Lumiere?
Yeah, what was that last one again? You said it was perception-y?
Well, that was the perception one, the bobbing for apples.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
But they do have the dagger toss and the tug of war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, got it. Everyone's good. Okay, go ahead.
What did I win besides the gold? Just the leather armor?
You got leather armor, yeah.
Okay, cool. Axe gonna drop the leather armor on the floor and walk away.
He turns around. The hell?
Oh, in front of everyone in the party.
Yeah.
You will have to forgive my cold friend. He is not yet well versed in the ways of us, more human-like species. If I may, I will take this armor for him on his behalf.
And if you happen to look back at me, you just see me walking down, pumping my axe in the air in victory.
He's looking down. The guy just grabs the leather armor. And he breaks down the shop. Oh, let's just let through.
Assuming someone else is picking up the leather armor.
I was about
Benedict
to
got
pick
it.
up and then
You want to do anything with him?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn to everyone and say, "Oh, my lovelies, I forgot I needed to buy something at the general goods store. Would you all forgive me as I quickly go back?"
why, of course.
No forgiveness is needed, as I will not be going with you, and I will head to the tavern.
Wait, did you by this mean that you would like our accompaniment? Because, of course, I would come with you.
Only if you'd like to. I don't want to be an inconvenience.
Nonsense, really. I would love to come with you. Ak, would you like to join us? Ak?
Before we continue, do we see what the prizes are for the strength one?
Yeah, you saw. It's a herbalism kit and a discount at the general store.
No, I don't. Act don't give a fuck. Yes, Ackham.
Okay, so you're going to. So Ak is going to the general store with the with Lithril and Benedict.
Yes.
Okay, great. So Lumiere, you split off from the group. As you guys go to the general store, I'll get to you in a second. You split off from the group. You come to this is this a nice large like brick and wooden tavern. It has like this red shingled roof, and it has a sign of a tipped chalice with like the alcohol with the wine spilling over a table. And as you walk in, you come in and you immediately see Zek sitting at the table, sitting at the bar. Or are you sitting at the bar? Or are you at the table? Let me not.
I'm at the table that is furthest away from every other person in the bar.
Got it. So if that's the case, Lumiere, please give me a perception check.
My glass of wine.
Nice. A 7.
You hear
Nice.
a voice in your head, I am over here, you blind dolt.
Thank you. It's not really usually this blind, but
Your character's like got a +5 to perception, but it's temporarily blind.
I want us all to know that the guy with permanent disadvantage on perception has rolled the highest perception in this game so far.
As you walk in, you can see people just enjoying themselves. You see a few winos that are kind of strung over their tables, drinking, but still trying to talk and barely holding their tankards of ale. You see the halfling bartender zipping back and forth behind the bar as there's a human female, black hair, ponytail. She has a nice little frilly outfit on for, denoting that she is a barmaid. Walking back and forth with trays and taking some food and taking some other tankards and replenishing. And Lumiere, you turn to the right and you see Zek pretty much cloaked in black, as edgy as possible, in the corner.
yeah, I'll walk over in that direction and say to him, I imagine from your contact in my mind that you actually want me to come over here, or were you telling me where not to go?
Unfortunately, as we seem to be bound together in this quest, and perhaps a couple of those others might make good meat shields, I thought that perhaps keeping the group together might be worthwhile.
Yeah, fair enough.
The overly polite gentleman with the large shield might come in useful at least.
Yes, I have a feeling we're not going to find too many people that we want to be polite to, but
Not to be not to interrupt the flow. of the
Please don't
conversation.
tell me you don't have a shield.
No, I do not.
Oh my lord, he's a
No,
gun
I-
shooting
Daddy, you
paladin
don't
with
know
no
what it is?
shield.
I do have
Oh.
this shield. It's
Oh,
a
excellent.
I do too. But I
But I'm not
downplay
there.
it
You don't know
character-wise.
that. You don't know that. I'm not
No,
there.
no, true.
I'm-
No, I wondered if you were
no,
walking around with a big shield earlier, being a
no,
paladin.
no. I have my musket.
Okay.
You would have seen Lithrill's round shield though on his back.
As as Lumiere and Zek are sitting there, the barmaid finally comes over. Her eyes are she's a little bit spry and awake, but you can see that the day is wearing on her because she's quite busy. And she comes over. She still has tankers in hand. Some of the foam is pouring over the lid and over the sides. How can I help you? What do you want? You want another wine, sir? What do you want, miss?
Keep the wine
What
coming.
what time
Okay.
is it?
Currently, you guys got here in the afternoon. It's looking about 4 or 5 o'clock right now.
I don't suppose you have anything that would constitute breakfast food at this point?
No, but we do have meat.
Well enough, something to eat then.
Okay. Sure. I'll be right back, honey. And she spins around and passes by a few tables, dropping off the tankards, and heads back over to the bar, puts the order in, and then begins to circle around again. And she'll get back to you. She circles back around one more time, slides over a jug of a bottle of wine, slides over to you. You can pour your own thing, right, honey?
Yes.
Okay, great. And zips off.
I'll gesture and my mage hand will pour it for me.
All right. And we'll take a quick little flash back over to the general store as you. Oh, that sounds like a bomb.
No, sorry. I forgot. I thought when you were myself, I had to turn on my AC.
He's
because
just
I-
getting his cat out the microwave.
So,
No, not my cat, my brother.
so as you, we'll flash back over to the Whistling Adventure, and as you, as Lithro, as you walk back in, and Ack and everybody comes back in, she just hops back over the table and says, "Oh, I'm glad you're all back. That was fast. What would you forget something?"
I did. I'm so sorry. Scatterbrain sometimes.
It's okay.
Do you have a mirror?
Sure, we have a mirror. Oh goodness, gracious! I have to spell. Wait. Yeah, that is, if I can find it, 5 gold pieces.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Great. She kind of leans down and she pulls from underneath. She pulls out this nice little like wooden oak box, and she flips it up, and you see this nice little roundish mirror with like these it's not filigree, but it is stylized around the nice grip for hand holding.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I promise we won't bother you anymore today.
It's never a bother.
Ack drops a mug.
That's okay. I have more than that back.
Oh, I apologize. And I'm gonna go over to the mug that I'm assuming is broken on the floor.
Yeah.
And kneel down and put my hands over it and cast bending.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
No, thank you. And he's gonna pick up the mug and hand it to her.
She just takes it and kind of moves it over. You see, like, she's like looking, like, kind of studying you, trying to wonder, like, how do you move like that? And, like, how does it become, like, so natural? She's very, like, bubbly and animated, but you're flowing. And she's just kind of wondering how. Like a
Well,
willow tree in the wind.
yes, very much so. Now, if anyone else doesn't want anything, we will take our leave.
Yes, we thank you again for your kind treatment and kind words and hospitality. I apologize again for my kobold friends' little mishap here. Thank you very much, and I and we leave, I guess.
As I'm
She's just-
looking at
And I
another
kind of,
mug.
and I kind of like not quite hold axe hand.
I'm
but
quite
kinda,
clearly
like,
looking at another mug already, by the way.
but I'm kind of like slowly like tapping on his back, kind of like motioning him to go outside.
What? What?
But we are going now.
Come, Ak, let us leave.
Oh, and then I'm gonna throw the mug behind me.
She's gonna make a dex save.
Me?
No. She's going to.
I didn't mean like at her, just like toss it behind me.
No, that's what I mean. You tossed it behind you. It may hit the floor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's gonna run and try and catch it.
Oh, okay.
She rolled a 15 on the.
Can I-
Can I help her with that?
No, she got it. I mean, you can if you want to.
Oh,
But you
I
see
didn't
her.
want you to think I was throwing it at her.
No. Unless you say you're throwing it at her. No. I figured you
Okay,
just
okay.
tossed it behind you nonchalantly.
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, as you see him toss it, Benedict, you see her instinctively like vault over the desk, and she's like running to try and catch it.
I am
You want to try and do
so very sorry. I am so very sorry. He's still not accustomed to the ways of the more intelligent species.
it?
What? You say?
As
No,
she
Mike!
runs, as she runs, she catches it and kind of falls into you, Benedict, and she's like kind of like in your just in your body.
I immediately like step back.
Oh, thanks. Come again. And she turns around and heads back to the desk and puts the mug on the desk and like kind of moves it and kind of makes sure it's safe. Then goes to the back of the desk. And
Come
she-
now, Ak. We better not stay here for too long.
As you guys leave, the sun is of course falling, and you see the sky becomes nuclear orange and spread across. I hit my mic. Whoops. And you look to your left, and you see and remember what Zek said, and you see the Tip Chalice Tavern. You head your way there and open the door. Those stepping in, I'll just say you come in. You immediately scan. And you see Zek and Lumiere at on a seat, a table to the right in the corner, the darkest corner. And Lumiere is currently having a plate of like roasted meat and cheeses, and you see Zek there with
Reading a
his
book.
wine. Reading a book.
Reading
and
a book.
Reading a book.
Right.
Has he read that book?
Do I see them?
Yeah, you see them.
Do I see the food?
You see the food.
Oh, run up to the table and start shoveling all the food into my mouth.
Can I try and stop him?
If you want to.
I would love to try and
And
stop
if
him.
it's my
Okay.
food, I'm trying to stop him too.
All right. Okay. So if you're trying to stop him with like just your hands, you're trying to pull him back. So we're gonna
Kind
do.
of just like grabbing him under his armpits and kind of like
Okay.
just pulling him back.
Okay. Give me a dex check, and Act, give me a dexterity saving throw, so you can dodge his hands.
That's
Lumia,
a
what is-
natural one.
okay.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that's a 3 for a 5.
Well, you still beat him out. As he goes to sleep past you, he kind of gets your arms, but you wriggle out of it, and you begin to dash toward Lumiere. You look up and you see, you didn't even get a chance to clean your mouth. You still have some juice right here on your left, on the right. It's kind of becoming of a lady, but you look toward him. And he's running towards you. What do you do?
Yeah, I think I guess just try to sort of pick the plate up and stand up and keep it out of his reach.
Okay. Yeah, you swiftly pick up the plate. You hold it up and get on the seat and begin to try and keep it out of his range.
What is the meaning of this
I pay no
kerfuffle?
mind to the food that he has in his hands. I'm just worried about the food on the table.
No, there's no food left on the table. He has the plate in his hand, right?
Yeah, his plate in his hands.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, he's like pretty much
I
playing
thought
keep
there was
away
more than
with
one
you.
plate.
No, it's just one plate. Only Zek is drinking wine and reading a book.
Just kidding. That changes what I am doing.
Okay.
Wait, take!
I'm running to the bar, and I go to the bartender and ask, please, this is very urgent, as you may see. I would like a plate of any kind of food, preferably meat. A stew would be probably preferable.
You watch as the bartender reads up. He's kind of cleaning the tankard and he's moving around. Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, Kifra. Another order, please. She's like, oh, okay. And then you watch as she goes back, and she looks toward Benedict. It'll be out in a second. And
Thank you very much for your kindness.
heads to the back.
I give it 2 minutes before I pull my axe out.
Mhm.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar and excuse me.
Mhm.
Would you mind if I played some music?
You see, as you walk up to talk to him, he hears you, but you see he's like kind of distracted. He's looking straight toward Ack with his axe. He's sure, but first, can you tell him to put that down?
Of course.
Thank you.
Wait, did you say he's got his axe out?
Yeah, I said I waited 2 minutes. I'm gonna pull my axe
Oh,
out.
sorry, I didn't realize the 2 minutes had passed. I would like to turn to our
I
kobold
guess they
friend.
have.
Why are you wielding that thing around?
Want food? He
Food?
have. Or is
Yes, his
Are you
food.
she or he?
She.
She.
Her food is
She have,
hers. Your
sorry.
food is coming. Why don't you sit down like a normal animal?
No animal, kobold.
Yes, well, prove it and sit down like a civilized kobold and wait for your food. It won't be a minute.
I'll sit on the floor.
Good.
Okay, I'm gonna get out my flute. And we're gonna start playing a really calming, almost like hypnotic melody. And as I do, I'm gonna be like spinning and dancing around the tables and stuff like that.
Give me a performance check.
So 16.
Nice. Yeah. Your yeah, your performance. You've done this many times, and as you play the flute, the constant chatter kind of quiets down. It's low as you see even the ones that were kind of passed out suddenly wake up and they begin to look at you. Just this twirling amalgamation of pink and green and all assortment of colors as you play the flute, and beautifully. And as you're playing the flute, you see as the waitress kind of slips past you with the plate and puts it down in front of Ack. Here, I'm assuming this is for you, right?
Ooh, food. And I'm gonna shove the whole fucking
Yes,
plate in
it's
my
for him.
I grab the plate and I bring it to him. I sit him down. I kind of hold him back while I quickly say a prayer for the food, and then I release him to go at it.
Must you do that out loud? Can't you pray in your head or something? Honestly, it makes me nauseous.
In the
Anyway,
same way that often wizards need to vocalize their magic, players often need to be vocalized to be effective.
well, isn't that disastrous for the lot of us? Are we staying here for the night?
Did you say you were trying to hold the plate away from me?
No, he passed it to
Just
you.
for like 1 second, as I quickly mutter the food prayer, and then I release it to go at it.
Are we staying here for the night? I'm not entirely sure.
Oh,
We said we would meet this. We were told to meet this woman in Baron's Wall, no, and that is where we are. I guess we have
beyond.
nothing better to do than
Beyond,
wait.
yes.
Oh, beyond.
I'm not even there. What am I talking about?
I personally
I would-
don't have any reason to wait around, but if you wish to
No,
stay
I
the
would
night.
just as soon keep moving. It's just coming awake for me at this time of day usually. So
Hmm,
I've begun eating the plate at this point.
brilliant.
As
I
you
hope
all
choke.
roll Constitution. No, okay. As you're all
I'm
sitting
back
there,
into it.
as you all sit there,
Hmm.
just pondering and thinking exactly, where to go from. Reading your books, playing your flutes, drinking your wine, and writing. You all hear a collection
You
of
don't got anything for me?
He's like, what? You're eating. And eating the plate. I'm just gonna let Act do Act.
I just wanted to hear what you were gonna say.
You,
What do we hear, sorry?
you all hear from outside from the festival a collection of screams.
Oh, good. Oh.
And we will take a break there.
Okay. Strahd.
Welcome back. Now, when you last left off, you're all in the tavern, in the tipping chalice, and you just heard a collection of screams coming from the outside. What do you do?
Well,
Immediately run out.
Yeah, I would have.
Immediately run out. Gun drawn, immediately run out.
All right. As you all hear the screams, you see, watch as everyone has stopped and looked straight toward the door as you all just dart out. Well, I don't want to justify.
no, Zach ain't moving.
Zach, you're staying.
Yeah,
I'm just sitting there with my wine, waiting to enjoy whatever trauma has happened upon this earth.
Zach, I don't particularly care necessarily about helping out, but do you think this is likely to be a coincidence?
Probably not, but the wine is tasty. I'll at least finish it before we go out. Only be
I'll have a
minute.
look and let you know.
What Act doing?
Fucking plate.
Okay.
Yeah, I will, well, hold on, actually. Can I do that? No, I can't.
I suppose I finished the fucking plate by now.
Can we see out the window at all?
Sorry, there are no windows here. It's just
good.
the door.
Excellent, I'll keep drinking.
All right. So, as most of you head out, you come out and see that the night has completely fallen. The sky filled with stars. You can see the darkness of the trees and the horizon beyond the actual beyond Garen's wall. As you're stepping out, the lanterns that you saw earlier now lit, flickering with light. And you can see a collection of people surrounding a singular area.
Sorry.
As you begin to step forward, no problem. As you begin to run forward and you push through the crowd, Benedict first, because I know you said you were the first one heading out there immediately. As you push through the crowd, you see a man covered in blood. His entire, all of his clothes are covered in blood. It's soaked. You see he's laying there, cuts and scrapes across his arm, salt and pepper hair, long, but it's kind of like it's out and around, out and just kind of sprawled over the floor. And you see standing above him a man in these priestly vestments. And you watch as he's kind of trying to assess them, and he immediately looks towards you, Benedict. You. Help me carry him to the tavern.
Oh, of course, sir. I help him carry.
Sorry, guys.
The wounded man.
He gets the top and you get the bottom as you begin to move him through the crowd. The people begin to part as they look over him. You see his mouth is open and he seems barely conscious. As you take him in, and you see him go through the door, the bartender looks around and says, "Oh my God, Father!" And you see the men that were actually pretty much drunk and passed out are now fully awake. The weight of what just happened has completely sobered them up. And he's like, "You three, move the tables!" And they begin to push them in. And Zach, you see as people begin to rush around, and the father and Benedict drop the body on the table.
Benedict, is that more baggage?
Zach, this is no time for this kind of for this kind of humor.
Sure.
Father,
What are we doing with it?
can I help in any way?
Is the man alive?
Give me a medicine check.
That's a nat 20 for a 24.
That's 24. As you begin to lean over and look toward him and try to assess him, he stands up and grabs you by your collar and begins to and pulls you in toward him. He's like, the chest, we need the chest. And as he says that, the word chest acts as if it's like a cue. You all simultaneously begin to see visions of this terrible blue beast. You see the chest. You hear screams.
Mm.
And then you feel that familiar feeling. What drew you here before. You see these visions of mist and a castle in the distance. And then you all flash back.
There's that power we were looking for. I would like to head over to the man.
Yeah, as I suspected, not a coincidence, yeah? No?
Question.
As he's grabbing onto me, I'm gonna take both hands and like try and gently pry him off.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put my hands like I'm gonna motion them like over his body, like back and forth,
Mhm.
and I'm gonna cure. I'm gonna use cure wounds.
Okay. You you take the time to run cure wounds over him
Goodness.
and begin to heal him.
I am,
That's a nat 1 for a 3.
Okay. Benedict?
I am going to use my divine sense to detect good and evil.
Okay. As you stretch out your consciousness and hold on to hold to your holy symbol, you do get a flash of gray behind you. Approaching into that black section. You look over the red and you see it as Zach, but he's not the focus now. He's the you detect an aura of good for him. You can feel that he's a bit on the up and up. He's a good man. And other than that, you don't sense anything else really around.
I'd like to speak into his mind.
Okay.
Stand down and think rationally. You're speaking about a chest. How about some rational information? Maybe you want to tell us of your reason for being here. Maybe we might even assist you. I have seen the power that lies in what you're seeking.
Give me a
I have a
persuasion check.
question for my DM.
Go ahead, Ak.
Did I recognize the blue beast or no?
Yes, you did.
It's a 10.
Well, could literally only be her.
You said it's a 10?
Hmm.
Okay. As you like try to speak into his mind and you kind of like push past that block, you feel that his mind is not only riddled in confusion, it's riddled with fear.
Great. Alright. You want to be scared? I can arrange that more immediately, but what I would rather is that you were active. What are you looking for?
The chest. The chest.
What chest?
Where is it?
It was stolen. I was beset by bandits in the forest.
We saw the chest as well as the beast, correct?
You saw the chest and the beast.
And what of the beast?
Ooh,
What of the blue-eyed beast?
Give me a nature check.
I mean, I'm
You're trying-
asking
you-
him. I'm asking him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a 15, but I'm asking him.
Okay. It's never seen. It was never there before.
this, the beast, Lady Lithro.
As you said, he looks towards you and just.
Dragon, mine.
And his eyes widen as you say that. Just,
Oh, tell me you don't have a bond to this beast. I had hoped to make one myself.
it's bonded to the devil.
Oh, good.
We need the chest. The chest is the only way.
And you say the chest was lost. Where was it lost?
In the forest. I was breaking. And you see as he begins to fade.
Excellent. I guess we're going to the forest.
By fade, do you mean like go unconscious or do you mean die?
Go unconscious.
Okay, cool.
Father, do you think that we should go after this chest.
I believe we should
Yes!
do everything. He
Ian's
looks.
are there!
I don't know what this is, but I believe we should do everything we can to help this man, and if getting his chest will set his soul at ease, then we should.
Right.
Does
Right.
that need
Thank
to
you,
be
Father.
done today? It is dark. He needs rest. If we wait until the morning, he will be well enough to help
We
us.
don't need the
If
man. We need the
wait until the
chest.
Jack
morning,
has already
the
left
bandits may
and
be
started going to the
quite a way
forest.
far away.
One at a time.
Joe, you said?
If you wait until the morning, the bandits may be quite far away, and we will not be able to catch up to them. We must act now.
I think Zek and Ak have already left.
For sure.
Lumiere?
Are we in regular like world right now, or have we already gone like through?
Regular world.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm following Zach and heading off. Anything
Okay.
that seems like it's going to connect us to what we're doing.
Lithra?
I guess I'm following
All
them. Reluctantly.
right.
Like calming myself, saying, it's alright. Everyone's different. Everyone's point of view is correct.
As you turn and leave, Benedict, you feel the hand on your shoulder as his father leans towards you. May the morning Lord's light lead your way.
And yours too, Father. Thank you.
He bows and returns to the man. And as you exit out, you hear him start to say, "Help me get this man to one of the rooms upstairs. Is that fine? Is that fine, Corden? Yeah, sure. And to exit out, he tipped chalice.
Lucky for Benedict, he can follow the light. I will enact a large beam of light on top of my staff.
As you begin to, as you walk out, you guys see the trail of blood in which he came. And as
Convenient.
it begins to take you through the city, through the rest of the village, you then become to the entrance of the forest. Who's ever leading the way, I'm going to need a survival check in order for you to follow his path and kind of figure out which way he went. Which way he came.
I think Ak's nose is in the ground and he's currently sprinting ahead of
18.
us. Yeah, that's the one.
Nice. 18. You put your nose to the ground and begin to follow the trail of blood. You can smell it, and you can even taste the metallic taste in the throat. You begin to head forward, going deeper into the darkness of the woods. And you see the bent and broken branches where you see that he's kind of like stumbled and moved through. It takes you deeper in. Give me another survival check.
That's another 18.
Ooh, very
Ooh.
nice, Ak. Nothing's going to stop you, lady. As you continue to go forward, stepping into the forest, the trees now becoming more dense. You begin to smell something else. You begin to smell the cooking of meat. It spurns you forward. Give me one more with an advantage. One more survival.
15.
It's more than enough. As you had to cough. As you lead them through the forest behind you, you duck down behind some trees that you can now see the brightness of a campfire, and you begin to hear voices laughing and joking. Deeper in, you can see as you look over, you see a group of some rough and tumble men sitting in front of the campfire, cooking a hunk of meat. Cooking a hunk of meat. Will you all too?
Can we see the chest?
Give me a perception check.
24 is more like what my perception should be.
Nice. You see through them as they're talking and sharing stories. You see as one picks off a hunk of the meat, hands it to the guy to his side. You hear like a shattering of glass as they finish drinking some what you can assume may be some sort of alcohol. And you look in between them, and you see sitting on the ground this silvered large chest. It's more like a trunk than a chest.
Have me and Benedict caught up.
Oh yeah, you guys are caught up, and I will even do you one better.
It's gonna take a little bit.
So- Can you all see?
I can't, but that's a problem on my end. Oh, there we
See
go.
what? Oh, I see. Let me just get that up on the screen. For the viewers. Okay. Yeah, we see.
Nice.
Did you have
Yes.
your chest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are we that far away from them?
Yes, you are.
If you are.
Okay. I'm gonna walk up to them.
Okay. You
I'm
just
not
gonna walk straight
gonna,
up to them?
I'm not gonna let him walk
I
up to them alone. I'm coming
Not
with.
straight. Like I wanna like go round a couple of the trees just so that when I come out of the clearing, they don't see everyone else.
Okay, so I
Does
see.
that make sense?
Okay. Are you trying to just move stealthily or just trying to move normally?
No, just normally.
Normally? Okay.
I would like to try to move stealthily in an opposite direction so I end up not where he is.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
What's the distance to the bandits?
19.
Yeah.
They
Roughly.
are about they're roughly about 45, 50 feet.
Okay, I won't move.
What was your stealth check, Lumiere?
19.
19. Nice enough. You want to go the other direction? You're here in the trees, and you're gonna come out, right? Is anyone else
Yeah.
doing anything? Okay.
I will enact my necrotic shroud.
Okay.
I am.
Do
Yeah, sorry.
What are you doing, Benedict?
Not going to let Literal go into the woods alone, so I accompany him.
Put you right there. Throw. What are you doing, Ak?
I'm gonna get within 30 feet of them.
No.
Heck
don't
doesn't know
look
what the fuck we're
Oh,
doing.
no.
Sorry, I thought we were in 30 feet of them.
No, they're like about 50 feet out.
Oh, bollocks. Yeah, go on then. Really slowly and really carefully, I will try and move into just about 30 feet of range, but without sort of being too near anyone else.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Yes, renowned for that.
I'm assuming Ak is not moving stealthily. He's just moving
Fuck no.
forward.
That's
No,
a
Axe just
16.
moving forward.
16.
I can
Okay.
give you one if you want.
No, that's fine.
Yes, I don't want to be near Ak, please.
I'll put you like right here.
Yes, that's better, thank you.
Put you right there. Okay.
From there, would I be able to see the chest?
You can see it.
Okay, cool. That'll be relevant in a minute.
So you can see the chest.
Yeah, I wanna, as we walk, me and Benedict, right? I'm with Benedict, yeah. As we walk forward, I'm just gonna whisper to him, "Follow my lead."
Very well. Yes, very well.
All right. So I'm just gonna put you guys as you come out here.
Yeah,
You walk in-
I'm
are
aiming
you-
to be like in the trees, but on a different direction from the camp. You know what I mean? Like some sort of across from them somewhere.
Is this fine? You want to
Um,
move a little more?
I think I should be closer, but I would sort of try to be marking their progress in terms of distance to the camp, but just like be in the trees on a different side of the camp.
Okay, I'll put you like right here.
That's
Is that fine? Okay, great.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Can I be prepared to charge and swing if they take action against my party?
Yes, you can.
Hostile action against my party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna. How many people are there?
From your eye count, there are 5 right now.
Okay, I am gonna walk up to them
We're gonna die.
with teacup in hand, and before we had walked up, I would have handed Benedict one as well, and it's got like herbal tea in it. And as we approach, I'm so like the teacup is in this hand, and then the saucer is in this hand. So
I
I'm gonna
guess.
be like, brothers, may we join you?
As you step out, you see they begin to stand up and they pull their blades out.
Oh no! Don't worry. We look at us. We do not have anything on us. We would just like to share your time. You may have some of my herbal tea if you'd like. It's delicious.
Give a persuasion check.
That's the 17.
You watch as you see one of the larger ones. He has his hair is kind of cut and shaved on the side, but like you seem like he's kind of like, it's like when a kid gets a hold of the clippers, he's kind of fucked it all up. But he managed to have 2 braids somehow. He's got like leather armor that's kind of stained, and his teeth are like kind of rotted out. But he looks at, huh, okay, sure, we'll take some of your tea. Come on over, sit by the fire.
I'm gonna
sorry.
head over and take out another cup and saucer, and fill it with herbal tea from a flask.
As you come over, he's just gonna swoop his arm around your neck and just pull you in. His breath smells like old milk and cheese and meat. It smells terrible. A little bit of alcohol. And he's okay, boys, you got ourselves a new friend. Come on. He's kind of like wrenching your neck as he's pulling you in, and he looks toward.
Zach has already begun running.
Okay. All right, Zach. What are you doing? You said Zach, you were trying to.
I would like to move up a little bit closer and then, speak into, Axe mind.
Okay.
So, perhaps a distraction. And then when he sort of realizing that might not work for him, I'll just go, charge! He'll do something,
Okay.
I'm sure. And basically, I'm looking to get 15 foot in range as stealthily as possible.
Yeah, you're within.
Okay.
15. Okay. You begin to charge forward as as one of them is currently, why is this guy so small? Why he's currently holding Lithro by the neck. And Benedict, what are you doing at this point in time?
Feeling very confused, very anxious, and kind of like adjusting my hood to pull even further down on my face.
So at this point, you hear, you see charging through the forest and foliage, Ak. As he takes his, which one are you going for, Ak? You going for this one right here?
I'm going to split the guy's head open that's holding on to my friend.
Lithro? Okay. So you head straight over. Give me an attack roll.
Can I say I went into a rage on the way over there or no?
Sure, I'll let you go into a rage. You are Ak. I usually think that you're like close to being mad anyway.
Yeah, I'm pretty mad most of the time.
But he's not quite sure at what.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure either.
Okay.
Oh boy, that is no bueno for him with a 26 to hit him.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Oh, yikes. It's
Ooh, 9 damage.
9, 12, 15 damage.
15 damage. As you run over, you just just lodge the axe into his head as Lithro, you're covered in blood and viscera. As you watch as he kind of just
Trent!
he goes down as Ak pretty much tears through him with the axe. This is As she
Okay.
cuts through.
What are you
see-
doing?
Immediately, you hear everybody else as they stand up and pull out their weapons. I need everyone to roll initiative.
Yes. Yes.
I can roll initiative, but I wasn't really going to participate.
Oh, well, okay. If you don't want to, that's fine.
Not
Okay.
even, not in that sense. There is something I'd like to do. It's just not. I don't think it's got anything to do with fighting. It's the best way I can put that. But I've got a 4 or 5 on my initiative anyway.
Okay.
I've got a nat 20.
Ooh, beautiful.
Ooh. That's like your third nat 20 today.
So 10.
No, it's not. I haven't had any, I don't think.
No, you had other two, but like other checks. I don't remember what you had.
I don't think so. I've had like 2 19s.
Yeah, you got a
Oh no,
double
yeah, you're
19
right. I
and a
think
nat
I had
20.
one nat 20 before. Yeah.
No, but because you had another one, another nat 20, but you had disadvantage on that one.
Okay.
That was
Never mind.
All right. So,
Actually, I can combat this a little bit.
Oh, and you had another nat 20 on the medicine check for the guy. Anyway.
so as you go and as Axe splits the head of this bandit, this one currently immediately pulls out his crossbow and he's going to fire a shot at you. Ack. Ooh, that's a 19 to hit.
Ooh.
It definitely hits.
2 points of piercing damage as he just it slings over and flies, and half for you, yeah, because you are raging. As it lands into your arm, you just knock it off, barely phased.
You're like.
Next, Lithor, you're up.
Just gonna turn to Ack. Why would you do this?
Me help friend.
But everything was fine.
What? He choked friend. What?
No, he didn't.
Oops.
Anyway, I have nothing to say to that.
You didn't even come up with something.
I am going to. I am going to throw my tea on Ack, and as it goes on him, a purple shield of faith rises. Plus add 2 to your AC.
Nice.
I thought you were just throwing tea at me because I'm an idiot.
He was, but then he decided to cast a spell as well.
Is your turn, Lithor?
It does.
Okay. Next is this bandit. He is going to run up to Ack as well, since Ack murdered this man. He's going to take a swipe at you with his scimitars. He moves forward, he pulls it. He says, well, I guess I'm the new leader now. And he walks forward and he's going to take a slash at you. He
Looks like
misses
you
that.
got a promotion.
Misses that completely. He slams towards you as I would assume Ack is trying to figure out why he got tea thrown on him.
Also trying to figure out how he messed up.
I'm surprised he's not licking his arms, to be honest.
Ack kind of looks down and looks at himself covered in
Doesn't
tea.
know what tea is.
Yeah, and completely the schematic completely whiffs over his head. And as we come to Ack, it is your turn.
Oh boy, I get to kill another person. Well, I was gonna go for the guy who shot me, but there's a dude next to me now, so I'm gonna swing at him. That is a 23 to hit.
Ooh, that hits.
He takes 10 damage.
And damage. Ooh, a really rough hit. You actually cleave into his shoulder, and the blood begins to spill out. He forces himself off of the axe. Oh, fuck! And he kind of turns over. You see his eyes begin to dart around, and he looks toward his other companions. Act, that ends your turn.
Yes.
Okay. Benedict, you are up.
Amazing. I will aim my gun at the one that shot Ack before.
Okay, nice.
This is your last chance to surrender. Please surrender the chest to us, and walk away, and no one gets hurt.
He give me intimidation check.
Good intimidation. That's a flat 15.
15. And so you watch as the one you spoke to looks toward you, and then looks back toward the chest, and then you watch as he starts to move toward the chest and his hand out.
Moving towards the chest in a way of like, I'm going to give him the chest, or am I going to take the chest?
Give me an insight check.
That seems like a dangerous place to walk.
14.
14. Yeah, he's gonna take the chest and get the fuck out of here. He's gonna run.
So I'm shitting him.
Okay, please make your attack roll.
Then it goes into war mode, and 16.
Ooh, that hits. Please roll damage.
8 damage.
Ooh. Shoot him. You watch his arm blows back, and you can see like visceral and gore explode outwards as he kind of falls down and picks up his crossbow to aim at you to shoot. And you watch as he aims his crossbow. He looks over his shoulder and says something to another one of his comrades behind him. Then it's your turn, Benedict.
Yes, for now.
All right, Lumiere, you're up.
All right. I would like to. So that guy didn't get to the chest though, because it wasn't really his turn.
Yeah, he didn't get to the chest. No. But he's like moving toward it.
Yeah. So I would like to move to where, let's see, he's that one. Which one is he?
It's this one currently.
Okay. So I'm just gonna move. I mean, I'm close enough anyway, but I'm just gonna move like up and left one, and then I'm going to.
Oh wait, I think left for yours.
Yeah. You got it. Oh, sorry. I don't know if it's flipped. I am going to. Let's see here. I pull out. I don't know if anybody can even see this, but I have a series of little lenses on like a. You ever see like people have like a little travel magnifying glass that like slips into a leather case and like pivots around? I've got like a series of lenses like that, and I pull one out and I sort of hold it, and I'm looking in his direction, almost like a kid gonna burn an ant with a magnifying glass.
Yeah.
But instead of a point of light, you see that there's sort of a thread between me and him that is like refracting light and pulling it around. And I'm going to try to hit him with my version of Thorn Whip, but for some reason... Yeah, 23.
Ooh, that hits.
So... he takes 3 damage, and he has pulled 10 feet in my direction. I think it's 10 feet.
Oh, 10 feet. Oh, you hit that one. Well, that's the one that just got shot, so he is actually dead. So as
his corpse is pulled by gravity in my direction.
Yeah, as you wrap this light and it wraps around his body, you watch as he's trying to go for the chest, and as he pulls, you pull him forward, and as mid-flight, he gets torn asunder, and he begins to fall into pieces and fragments just before reaching you.
Beautiful.
Then your turn, Lumiere?
Yeah, I think that'll do.
Now this Bennett's turn. He looks toward you and saw what happened as he's pulled into the trees. He can't see where he went, but he immediately assumes that he's dead. And he's like, alright. Fuck this. He runs over here, but you see there's a bit of he's still kind of driven. So you watch that he puts his hands to his lips and does this call. And as he does so, you hear as the other bandit behind him, who was you guys didn't say alone, but he was taking a piss. He kind of zips himself up, turns around, and you hear you're gonna hear people moving through the forest. You get this sense that it's not just them. But I'm going to use that as a and as he does that, he's going to pull his crossbow and he can't see you, but he will fire at Lithril here. Hmm, 21 to hit.
Yep.
And 2 points of piercing damage as he fires a crossbow and it heads toward you. And then his turn. Zek, you're up.
Zek will walk casually up to the chest. As he gets close to the chest, black tendrils of force will come out of him. Every single person within 10 feet of range, which I'm assuming probably includes my companions and I don't really care, will need to make a strength saving throw. Or take 11 necrotic damage.
Actually, no, you didn't pass by them. You're like right here next to the chest.
Okay,
cool.
cool.
So it's just these two?
Yeah, they'll need to make a strength save or take 11 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Or half on a...
It's a fail? Okay. What's the DC I'm trying to beat?
13.
13. Okay, they both fail.
Okay, they take
And-
11 necrotic damage.
As you walk forward, the tendrils whipping about eviscerates the two.
Good. And then I'll pick up the chest, and I'll walk 15 foot to the left. Not to mention, anybody else who saw me as I walked past will need to make a charisma save or be frightened. As I have taken on a dark visage. Flames around my eyes, and my cloak swirling around me. A crown of black flame upon my head.
Right? This guy is dead af. And
Yeah, so any other bandit I walk past will need to make a DC 13 charisma save.
okay. This one is going to make a
the
charisma save.
Necrotic shroud feat.
He fails that. This guy is terrified of you.
Good.
Um,
And I shall carry on with my chest.
Okay.
Bye.
okay, he's dead. He's dead.
Told you,
This
Kirah, I
one-
wasn't taking this one light.
Okay. At this point in time, you see as one and then another comes out of the forest, and this one's going to take the opportunity here. And seeing you with the black tendrils, he's going to make his charisma save first. Or he makes that one, and then the second one's going to make it. All right, the second one fails. So, but he's going to fire toward Ak.
Sick.
13 to hit. I don't think that hits you.
Nope.
Okay, yep, that goes completely wide as you just kind of move your axe, ping, it hits it and flies off and hits the floor.
Bounces off the tee.
Okay, yeah, bounces off the tee. All right, he's dead F. Lithril, you're up.
Okay. How far away are we from the ones in the back?
You're about like 15 feet.
Okay. So here's where I have to get creative because I have no actual things to do. So the ones that scared,
Mhm.
I'm gonna like raise my hand over to them and cast Thaumaturgy, but the one to make it so that he hears ominous whispers
Mhm.
in the hopes to like get him to run away.
Oh, okay. I like that. Give me a performance check.
It's a 10.
Okay. I'm going to roll an insight check for them.
The fuck was that? Oh, their footsteps on the music. Okay. Jesus Christ. I was like, hello?
We are playing Curse of Strahd.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what happens. Even though your performance check wasn't high enough, their insight was lower. So you watch as this one starts to flee. Ak, you can take an attack of opportunity. It's not his turn, but you can pretty much finish him off if you want to.
Yeah, he was
and
already
this
frightened
one-
anyway, right? So it makes
Yeah,
sense.
and this one's going to run off.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
Oh,
I
yeah,
sliced
boy.
his ass in half.
Yeah, you do. You bring the
damage.
you
Oh,
bring the
sorry.
axe down, whack, and as he starts to turn and run, your axe hits him, boom, and he hits the ground on the floor, and you just pull it out, the blood just covering your axe. He is dead. All right, we come now, and we came to Axe's turn. Axe, you can. What you want to do? There's one bandit right there, and you see he's now regretting his life decisions.
Is he close enough to the tendrils?
The tendrils is what, 20 feet? You said, James?
10 feet, but they only last. They don't last.
Okay. So
That
yeah,
was
no.
it was an
Oh,
instantaneous
okay, I thought it
blast out of tendrils. No, it's Arms of
Oh,
Hadar.
gotcha. Okay. I thought Arms of Hadar was a concentration.
No,
No, he's an ever. Oh,
Instantaneous.
Huh,
oh
okay.
maybe.
Well.
Yeah, instantaneous.
Well, then I'm gonna go to the closest guy.
All right. Do your thing.
Holy sh!
Oh my God! Yeah.
Literally cannot fucking miss. Well, or 11 damage.
11 damage. Please explain his grisly demise.
Ooh, I just lop his fucking head off.
As you walk up and you see him as he's usually stalwart and strong in battle, but after seeing his bandit mates be eviscerated, he starts to like get weak in the knees and start to move backwards. And as he moves backwards, he kind of stumbles, leaving him at the appropriate height for a kobold. And as you run forward, you bring the axe across the ground and cut through his neck.
As his body falls down, I'm gonna lick the spot where the arrow bounced off of the teeth.
Nice. And as he falls, the blood spraying outwards, falling onto the ground. We end our combat. And you
Axe smash!
Zach is still walking, by the way.
Like still walking?
Yeah, down and left towards the edge of the forest. I think that's where the edge of the forest was, right?
Yeah,
it down and right?
yeah. It's down and left. It's down and right
Yeah,
for me.
okay. Okay, yeah.
As
Oh,
you
yeah,
have
down
the
there.
chest. As you have the chest. You hear another scream from the woods. The sound of a man. And then Zek, give me a perception check.
17? 18, sorry, 18.
All right. As you begin to walk, you notice this strange, deep, heavy fog begin to move in around.
Yep. That'd be fine.
You begin to see as it begins to move around. You begin to continue going forward nonchalantly as normal. But from the corner of your eye, you see a flash, a glint of red as it dissipates and disappears into like behind the trees and maneuver. And as you sit there, you can hear it around you,
Ah. So
Shifting.
you have come.
maneuvering around. As you look around, you see more and more red eyes as they dart betwixt the trees.
Excellent.
Everyone else, you all begin to hear this now as this fog just is deeper, gray, maneuvering in between the trees. It's like as if it was alive. Tendrils moving in. What is everyone doing at this point in time?
I am making sure I stay with Chest Zek.
Okay.
Zach is doing his best not to stay with anyone else, but sure. You may.
Yeah, and well,
You
it's
may
the
try.
chest I care about, not you.
Good! Rightly so.
I quickly reload my musket and I go, whoever's out there, please identify yourself.
Lithro Ack, what are you doing?
I've probably taken my shield off my back. It's just holding it out and kind of like looking around in all the directions.
Ak?
I'm just staying next to Lithero.
Okay, saying it's Lithro. As you say that, Benedict, you see this face, fur, large, wolf-like, begin to move out of the fog. And you roll me a sanity check, please.
Just Benedict.
Just Benedict currently.
A sanity check would be again. Like what would it be? What do I add to it if I add to it?
It's a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay, cool. That's a 12.
So it's fine. You manage to, as you sit there and look at this beast, it begins to follow you as you stand, as you sit with the musket into the meat of your arm, and it locks eyes with you. It looks at you as the fog begins to move in. But your belief, your love for Tyr keeps you strong in this situation. You see that it was more animalistic. It was trying to strike fear. You watch as it looks at you, and you see two more red eyes at the side look at you before it begins to meld back into the darkness of the forest. What are the rest of you doing? You guys gonna stand there? Continue. Zach, I know you're moving, and Lumiere, I know you're together. You guys just trying to move out of this forest currently?
I would have turned to Benedict and Ak. Come, we must leave now.
I
Okay.
You hear the trees begin to you hear the branches break, trees rustling. And then you hear another set of breaking of branches as you hear rapid footsteps heading towards you all through the fog. Are you going to run or stay? You need to decide.
I would like
Act
to.
still raging.
Act is still raging currently, yes.
Do I
Hey,
know
Act-
that?
Picking up Lumiere and running the fuck out of there.
Do I know? Sorry.
Okay.
Lumiere? Did you mean
well,
Lumiere?
Sorry, not
Yeah.
Lumiere.
Literal, yeah.
Lumiere. Literal, sorry.
Okay.
How is the kobold picking up the satyr? Alright.
Act strong.
His little his axe is like in his teeth or something. Ridiculous.
So I had
statement.
raging.
Lithro?
Do I know what Can I tell what direction it's coming from?
Give
The
me
first-
give me a perception check.
It's an 8.
No, it feels like it's coming from all sides.
Then since that
there's no chance my detect good and evil is still on, right?
It's not. It's gone. It's off.
Okay.
Right now, your spidey senses are tingling regardless. Lithro, will you let yourself be picked up?
sure.
All right. Ak hoists you aloft and begins to dart toward Zek and Lumiere. And at that point in time, it's like a starting gun. You heard the footsteps, but then now you begin to hear a myriad of footsteps begin to head through the forest, rushing straight towards you. Benedict, you're the one in the back. And you hear them running toward you. Zek, Lumiere, are you guys also running? Or are you still walking?
My idea of walking is a swift stride. It's a 30 foot a turn sort of
Okay.
stride.
Okay.
Isn't like a
Which do you
tiefling?
No.
Are we abandoning
Okay.
the chest here?
Zek has the chest.
I have to check.
Yeah, Zek has the chest. Yeah.
Where's this chest? Okay.
Which do you think is leading us where we need to go more? Taking the chest away from here, or just facing the mist?
You have to decide fast, as now the footsteps are approaching faster. So you're gonna need to find a way
If
to
I
get out
see
of
an
this
enemy,
forest.
I will destroy it. Until then, I intend to get out of this forest. And I will keep going. With my 18 perception, did I know which direction they were coming from?
Yeah, with your 18 perception, you can clearly tell exactly which direction they're coming from. They're like from the if it's behind you, it's like back right.
Oh,
for
cool.
you,
Right,
towards
okay,
you.
cool. I'll just keep walking.
Wait, so
Well,
Zek's taking
striding.
the chest?
Zek took this chest a long time ago and
Okay.
is still carrying it.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Then yeah, I would retreat as well.
Okay. As you all begin to move forward, Zek, Lumiere, you see to the right a swarm of red eyes now alongside you as they're beginning to dash along with you as the fog begins to pull in and begin to curl around. So I need currently Constitution checks from everybody, please. Let's see if you can keep up this pace.
That's a natural one.
Okay.
Let's go.
13.
Okay.
That's an 11.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
It's not like I was dashing. I was just using my regular movement speed. So.
It's a 9.
A
You
9.
guys are all glittery.
So, Benedict, for you running, somehow you've fallen behind as everyone else is moving forward, heading through the forest. You hear, as you're running, you just hear behind you as you can feel the hot breath and the spit in the back of your neck. You feel. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
From who?
Can I,
Benedict.
do
Yeah,
we notice, like, that he's that close? Like, can I do something, or do we just not know?
You can notice. What would you want to try and do?
I was gonna try and, like, good old thaumaturge, and try and cause some, like, tremors behind Benedict to try and, like, I don't know, knock him
Deter
off
them?
balance or something.
Distract them?
Yeah,
Maybe dissuade him.
yeah.
Give me a performance check. Give me an intimidation check because you're trying to get them off of you, like trying to like. Yeah, give me an intimidation check.
That's a 17.
17. I'm going to roll an insight check for whatever this beast is.
Say it, Kirah, the beast is Barry.
No, that does not work. As
I
a
got a
roll-
15 on my.
You got a
dexterity
15.
throw.
Nice. As you begin to feel the tremors, and you feel the spit and the saliva hits the back of your neck, you kind of like get another spurt of speed as you feel these large claws swipe through the fog. You turn around just for a second to see the red eyes disappear back again between the fog. And as you look, you can see now more shadows as they dash through. Continuing. Another round of con checks, please.
That's a lot better. 21.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
12.
12.
Nice. Okay.
11.
11. More than enough. You guys have managed to keep this pace moving through as the fog seems to constrict around you. It's beginning to wrap. As you're running, you saw black claws reach out through the fog, just narrowly missing you all. But as you continue to run and move through, you can now begin to smell the smells of the village again. One last round of con check, please.
Best time for a crit. That's not 20,
Yeah, that's-
apparently. Fucking
That's what I
Zek's a
got
marathon
now.
runner.
5.
Oof.
6.
Lumia, you're with me, right? Yeah, you're at the front with
Yes.
me. Or close to. Yep, okay.
Yeah, but as you're all running, keeping this pace is hard. And as you're moving through, you've kind of lost a bit of your stride. Maybe it's the fact that you're smelling the village as getting closer. You're starting to feel a little bit more laxed. But all of you below a 10. Dex saving throws, please.
It's a good time for not 20, wasn't it?
That's a
13.
7.
Ooh! Lumia just pulling out the decks.
20 total.
Nice.
15.
Nice. 3 points of slashing damage to you, literal, as you feel claws break across your back. You feel the hot blood begin to pour down your back, and it spurns you forward. That causes you to dash, as you can hear behind you the trampling of bestial paws, hands. You're not sure. As you begin to turn back, you see this large maw open up with saliva leaking off of the canines. And as it goes close to snap on your face, you guys finally reach into the village as the fog stops and then begins to recede. You see the red eyes begin to fall back to the forest. As you all make it back to the village, the streets are empty and quiet. But you know where you need to go.
Do we?
Well, you know where you were last time.
You got what? They want to head back. You're thinking head back to the tavern?
Well, whatever you guys want to do, sure.
I do
But
not want to head back to a tavern. I'd like to stop outside a building.
Okay.
And with
Good
Mage Hand, I will open the chest. Unless it's locked.
As your hand goes
I
to...
I would like to try and stop him.
Okay. What are you trying to do to stop Zach?
Just to push his hand away.
I'm using Mage Hand, not my
This is
hand.
the mage hand, yeah, mage hand.
Then I don't know, just kind of like push him or something so he.
I
doesn't
suggest you keep
do
your
it.
hands to yourself. I, for one, want to know what our fate is and what is in store for us. If you wish to stand in my way, by all means stand there. Otherwise, you may wish to take a step back.
I still do not think that this is a wise decision. So
I didn't ask for your opinion. I asked you to move out the way, or I will remove you.
you know,
I didn't chase down visions of a chest to not know what is inside it.
Quite. Don't
I-
worry, I'm sure it won't attack you. I might, though.
this is not my concern. I do not think that we are supposed to open this chest right now. And at the very least, this chest should be brought to the man who asked for it.
Let me ask you bluntly, are you going to physically attempt to stop Zek?
I would much rather not to. But
Good decision. Because I'm going to check the chest. Is it locked?
It is indeed locked.
Okay.
As you look at it, you see this lock isn't a normal lock. It's like this hexagonal lock with multiple keyholes.
What's the
kinda
chest made out
forms-
of?
Kind of forms like a lotus. Looking at it, you put your hand on it. Give me...
No,
would
still
this
only
be?
touching it with Mage Hand. I'm not touching it with my hand.
Okay, just kind of give me an investigation check as you're kind of looking at it, trying to understand.
It's 10.
10.
It's clearly not wood.
Yeah, it's not wood. It's that this metal is of a high grade metal.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Well, it seems for you, Benedict, that you must unfortunately take it to somebody who may have a key.
Then let us take it to the man.
I will pick it up. And I will continue walking with it.
So let's not fight anymore.
All right. You stand and head back into the tipped chalice. By this time, a lot of people have cleared out because of all the excitement that happened. You see the tables are still pushed together with some bloodstained rags here and there. And as you come in, the bartender looks as he's kind of wiping down everything, trying to clean up along with the barmaid. He says, "Oh, you guys are back."
What room is the injured man in?
He's in room 3.
Okay. I'll walk to... is it up... all the rooms are up the stairs?
All rooms upstairs.
I'll head straight up the stairs.
Okay.
I immediately follow Zek after what just happened. I'm not going to let him deal with the injured man alone.
When I get to room 3, I will Eldritch Blast the door, forcing it open, and I will walk in.
The door just swings open, and as you come in, you see the priestess. What is wrong
You
with
may
you?
leave.
There's no such thing.
Is this man awake and able to talk?
He is currently sleeping and resting.
Then wake him.
Man has been through so much.
Yes, and everything he went through to find this chest. I've retrieved it. He wants to know what's in it. I want to know what's in it. You are irrelevant. Wake him up.
Zach, please do not.
Do you want to wake him up?
And you all hear this. You hear all his Zek at the
Zek, please. We don't know what this man has been through. Let him rest.
Did you hear him?
Our destinies will not change by waiting until morning.
His might.
He used what he thought might have been his dying breath to tell us to get the chest. We have done so. I think he would like to know.
I think he would like to rest. He's unconscious.
I will.
Axe gonna run up and shake him.
Thank you. That is convenient. My mage hand will not have to.
As you walk up and shake him.
The chest. It's here.
You got the chest.
Open it.
I do not have the.
Who does?
He begins to kind of like his face darkens and he looks down. This was supposed to be opened at the Temple of the Morning Lord.
Do we know why?
The contents. It can destroy the devil.
Oh. How disappointing.
What do you mean destroy the devil?
It has power, it has sway. And the devil wants to reclaim it.
Did you just say the Morning Lord?
Yes.
Ah, praise, brother, praise.
He looks at him. The priest just looks at you and just bows.
Excellent. At least you'll be able to give us directions. Come on, then. The Morning Lord. Yeah, man who... Oh, do we have a name for this man? Man, do you have a name?
The man is named Brandon. Brandon.
Brandon.
Yes.
We will be traveling to the Temple of the Morning Lord immediately. Do you wish to attempt to make the journey with us?
It is my duty. And as he stands up, you see on his right shoulder he has a tattoo of a raven and a castle with a sword through it. And you see that like it's kind of crossed out. And he's yes, and the priest walks over and please, you must rest. Must you go tonight?
Be ridiculous. Do what you can
I'm
for
not
him
being
so he can
ridiculous.
walk. Look at the man. He has one mission in mind.
You are
Let him
heartless.
succeed it.
I would love to stay and rest.
Listen to your companion.
Speak
We
to
will
the
do so.
Ask the man. Brandon, do you wish to rest or do you wish to get to the temple?
And he looks towards. No, and as he begins to stand up, you hear just a like slight little pop of something, and he kind of leans back. He kind of leans back, sits back down. No, I could do this. Priest.
No,
Nonsense.
There is really. I am going to stay and rest here, and it would be dangerous for you to leave alone. And if my fellow party mates would like to stay and rest as well, then I think you'd be better off to stay the night here with us, if you would like.
If you must rest, then you must rest, I guess. Brandon, you do, to be honest, look a little bit like shit. Well, regardless. Dawn? That'll give you, what, 4 hours? Will that suffice?
We'll go when he's ready, Zach.
Yes,
You
I
cannot-
too want to wait here
cannot-
until those
you
beasts
cannot-
from the forest come towards us.
He cannot show us where to go if he is not able.
You
We
are
must
I-
let him heal.
I'm gonna do this. I'm going to use all of my lay on hands points on this man.
Okay.
Which is 5. It's not a lot.
Mhm.
And well, Zach, it would seem that I have exhausted my healing capabilities for this night.
tad
And
foolish.
if
Not my problem.
if we leave now, I might not be able to heal any of us should we need it. And
I
I would
don't remember
I-
requesting your healing in the first place.
I still think that it would be wise for all of us to stay the night here.
I have been more careful with my resources. I'd be ready to do healing as needed now. We could go. Happier to travel at night.
Regardless. You may all talk. I will take the chest and I will walk back downstairs.
No.
Be my guest. Step in the way.
I will.
Okay. I'm not leaving. But I do not need to rest, and therefore I will go downstairs and wait until you are all ready and have had your little cat nap.
Would you trust one of us with the chest?
There is a reason I'm holding it.
Then why would we trust you, brother?
I didn't ask you to trust me, I told you what I was doing.
It should stay within all of us. It is not only your destiny that
Then
is
come
intertwined.
downstairs and sit and stare at it. Be my guest. And I will go to walk through, Lethal, out the door.
How is Zach carrying the chest?
It's in his hand.
Is it
One
like a
hand.
bigger chest or?
You
it like-
said the bandit tried to pick it up like this, so I assume I'm doing the same.
Yeah, it has like a handle.
Yep.
Like as you're holding it, you're surprised about like how light it actually is.
Convenient.
Oh, that is for a reason, but
I mean, he never said it was heavy.
No, I just said it's convenient. I can, with the other hand, free to cast spells. Yes, I'm gonna walk out and go downstairs. Unless anybody actually forcefully tries to stop me, I will just sit at the table in front of the bar. Order a... What sort of time is it? Middle of the night?
yeah.
Take a water.
The bartender walks over and gets you a water as the barmaid has already gone home for the night. And moves it over to you and just, here, says everything you've done. He puts a few keys in front of you. You know, if you change your mind, if you guys want to stay here, I'm not sure what's going on.
I think some of the people I arrived with might be staying if you want to keep the keys for them. If it's okay with you, I will be sitting right there.
I can do that. And as you're sitting there, you see the owner of the Whistling Adventurer walks in. She just kind of walks up and gives him a kiss on the cheek. He says, "Hey, honey," and she looks at you and, "Oh, you were here earlier."
Yes, and I am here now. You were in the shop earlier and you're here now. Are we done stating the obvious?
Okay. And she just kind of starts to walk off. She goes to walk upstairs. What is everyone else doing here at this point in time?
I followed Zach downstairs.
Okay. You have a drinking companion, Zach.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, what a companion.
Do me a favor. Think quietly. And I will take my seat in the corner with my water, chest in the middle of the table. Mage hand holding the chest in the middle of the table.
As long as he's still conscious a moment, I want to ask the Brandon dude. I get you, Brandon. Where is this temple? Where must we go?
The temple. It's beyond Eveningshire. It's so large. And in your travels here, you guys did pass a large cathedral. There's a priest there. He has the key to open that chest. And perhaps we can finally save Barovia.
So we will then It will sort of mark the way forward for us to go into the mists.
You want to go toward the mist?
I must. I have someone to find.
Just as a quick like world question, do we all know what the deal with Barovia is, or do our characters not know
Well,
anything?
Lumiere has an inkling of what's going on there, but
Yeah, I'm not trying to act like I know too much, but
yeah.
Then I would like to ask Brendan, if you would not mind telling us what exactly does Barovia need to be saved from?
The devil.
What?
He is the Lord and Master of Barovia. Powerful, bloodthirsty, merely looking at humanity as playthings. He and his court simply kills. And his pet, this sapphire beast, this dragon. He has taken everything and simply just continues to take. His thirst will never be quenched.
We will get the chest to the temple, and I will do anything in my power to help, as little as that might be
He just
to save Barovia.
he holds his ribs. Many have tried. We once led a revolt. A powerful mage came by, tried to help us. Now he's at the bottom of the ravine. There's no one who the devil fears. And he kind of reaches up and like pats your face. But I thank you for trying. And he kind of leans back, kind of chokes a bit. You hear the breath stutter out of him. He leans back on the pillow. Just lets himself drift away to unconsciousness.
Mr. DM,
Yes.
might I be taking a short rest while sitting here looking at this chest?
Yes, you may.
Thank you.
What is everyone else doing?
I will head back downstairs and inquire about having a room.
Okay. As you come downstairs, you can see the bartender. You can see his eyes red and baggy, tired. He walks over to you and says, "Well, your friend there said you may be staying," so he hands you keys.
How many keys?
There are. He gave you 4 keys because Zek is not interested. Zek had informed him that everyone else would probably be staying, sleeping.
But then we're still missing 1 key. Oh no.
Yeah.
Even if so, I walk through and out the front door, and I sit outside and watch the sky and make notes.
Okay.
I am gonna go outside and hand Lumiere a key, and then come back inside and hand Benedict and Ak. I mean, I don't even know if Ak uses a bed, but give them both a key, and then I'm gonna find my room and take off all my scarves and my necklaces and my earrings. And
Before you walk away, what do?
the door use. Wait, that's not his voice. You use it on a door, and you sleep in the room.
I sleep on floor. Why room?
I will show you, and I will go to his room, and I walk to the bed and pat on it like a dog. This is more comfortable to some people.
Axe gonna run and jump on the bed.
Like
It's nice.
boing
It's a-
boing or like lie lie?
My what?
Are you boing boing jumping on the bed, or did you jump on the bed
no,
like
I'm just
to lie on
just
it?
jumping on it, to lie on it, because I don't know what a bed is.
Yeah, the bed is a little it's a little rough, but you don't care about that. You slept on the ground.
And with that, I will exit the room and thaumaturgy the door closed. And then go to my room and undress and finish off my tea. And then I will go down on my knees and pray to the morning Lord and thank him for his guidance and having lots of being calm in these stressful situations and the tests of my patience with my party members, and then I will go to bed.
Okay. Before you do, while you're laying down there and praying, give me a Constitution saving throw.
It's a 4.
The 4.
Ooh.
As you're praying and you have your head bowed, you feel this searing heat from where you were struck earlier running.
And you die.
You feel it
Roll a new
Sorry,
character.
Kirah.
as it begins to radiate, and you wince. Still hear the snarling. You can see the saliva, and you just get the urge, this taste, this hunger that you've never really had before. Your mouth salivates. It's stale. And then it begins to recede. Suddenly fight through it. You move your hand behind. Touch it. You see that it's pulling. You see your hands are still covered in blood. You lay back in the bed. Finally attempt to fall asleep.
Have you cursed me with lycanthropy?
Lumiere, as you're out there watching the stars, you notice that, unless you want to stay up a little bit more, give me a constitution check.
Oh, a 6. Delightful.
Writing down, charting, and then you yawn. The excitement of the day, the long travel and the earlier, it's kind of worn on you. If you want to stay awake, you can, but it'll cost you.
Well, it's more like I think of her as more active at night, so if she's feeling tired, she'll go to bed.
Okay. You go upstairs and you lay down. Fall asleep. Ak, are you knocked out?
Heck is cuddling with his axe.
Ak is asleep. What is Benedict doing?
Benedict would go to his room, lock the door. He would get into his. He would take off his armor, get into his sleeping clothes,
Mm-hmm.
kneel at the foot of the bed, and he would start praying to Tyr. I, Lord Tyr, thank you today for the grace that you granted me. And though I am afraid, I hear the call of battle that you sounded before me. I know what I must do, and I hope that once I bring down the devil of Barovia, you will find it in your heart to grant the ultimate grace upon me and release me from my curse. And with that, I will go to sleep.
Lay down.
Actually,
and...
as I
Yes,
sorry.
Lumiere.
Oh, I was just going to say, as I passed through on my way to bed, I was going to see if Zach would cast light on some random object for me that I could then take to sleep with it in my face.
Very well.
Thank you. I'm not used to sleeping in the dark. This will help. I am feeling tired.
Good.
Lumiere needs
Just
a
to check with you,
nightlight.
Kirah, we arrived at the town at approximately early evening, correct?
It's more like it was like early afternoon. Like
Okay.
spending your time around festivals, talking to people,
Mm.
enjoying that. Yeah.
In that case, I think it's fair to say that Zach would probably get a couple of hours sleep, but at the table.
At the table. Okay.
But only a couple of hours.
Okay.
He slept in
But
the
you're
carriage, so.
You're gonna take your full 4, right? Your full 4, or just 2?
No, just a couple. I mean, I'd need.
Okay.
I'm not an elf. I'd need a full long rest.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah, no, but I'm sort of going at the back that I sort of woke up when we got to town.
okay.
So just a
Gotcha.
couple of hours sleep, he'll survive, or he won't.
Okay.
Who gives a fuck? Yeah. He
Okay.
wouldn't sleep properly for fear of the chest being taken.
Gotcha. With an improper sleep. Okay, then I'll do it this way. Give me a con saving throw.
Hell, if I didn't roll a d6, that would have gone quite badly, wouldn't it? That's a what's my modifier? 0. 17.
17. Okay.
Seems like Constitution is my thing today.
Seems so.
Sucked at everything else. Constitution went brilliantly. So yeah.
17. Okay. You will not take a point of exhaustion when you wake up in the morning.
Well, how kind of you.
Mm-hmm. I'm a nice god. Okay. So.
Debatable.
So, as you all are finding the time to let the darkness take you, deepening slower and slower into sleep. The moments that happen today flashing by you. Back, you can still hear the crunch of the man or the men you slayed earlier today, and it gives you comfort at night.
This joyous giggling at the thought.
Lumiere, Lumiere, the light also gives you comfort. It's warm against your face. But through your dreams are not as they normally are. Usually they're filled with music. Just a very calming dream. But every now and again you see this dark shadow looming over you in the corner. Usually your dreams are in vivid, nice, soft tone color. Pastels. Now you just see this darkened shadow with red eyes, seemingly looming over you, approaching ever closer. Benedict, you find yourself you feel this sense of justice that you normally feel in order to earn your rebirth. You feel it. It's like this bright light that's within you, and it's just urging to get out. You then look and pan up, and you see this large mountain that seems to be standing over you. You see castle. You know where you need to go. Zek, what do you
Opening the chest and finding power.
As I thought you would. You can see the latches being undone. The lotus-like lock turning. And then you see this bright light begin to... First, it's a glow. Then it turns to this deep, dark shadow that kind of begins to coil outwards. It's cold, but it's welcoming. You feel that there's something here, that this is something that you want. And as the chest opens, it then shuts as you see this hand dipped in shadow begin to arch over the front of the lid. You see these nails just kind of extended over, and you see this ring, golden signet. And you hear this voice. And so, I've gone to each of your companions, if you want to call them that, which I don't think you will.
Meteor shields.
We are a lot alike, you and I.
Potentially. Who are you?
Don't you already know? I believe the one they call me the devil.
I look forward to our meeting in person.
Then you should take this chest to Borofi, not to this temple. The contents are dear to me, but that will make it worth your while. And as he says that, you watch as he lowers down. Eyes are these onyx. As he kind of glitter in this light that doesn't seem to originate from anywhere, as if on by command. He kind of slithers through. If we are going to be working together, you should know my name. Strahd.
Look forward to our meeting.
As do I.
It's better. Be worth it.
It most certainly will. And you watch as he kind of just slithers back out of the dark. And at this point in time, you all smell something just on your nose, as if instinctually. You smell it. You smell blood.
And it smells good.
Blood is on your nose. Benedict, you're the first to wake. You smell a profuse amount of blood filling your nostril. The metallic taste is coating your throat. What do you do?
I don't imagine that I have enough time to put my armor back on.
You don't.
So I'm gonna grab my hood, grab my gun, and quickly unlock the door and try to peep outside.
All right. You unlock the door, you go outside, and you begin to hear far off. Give me a perception check with this, please. I need
6.
Thanks. You do hear one thing. You hear crunching.
I open the door and look down the hallway with my gun pointed out.
You peek out, look down the hallway. There's only a little bit of lantern light that kind of leads down the staircase coming from there, but the rest of the hallway is cold. It's just black. You look down. the room next to you. You see crimson pouring from beneath the threshold. And you crunching.
I want to kick in the door.
You gonna kick in the door?
Yes.
You whip around. You kick the door in. And standing before you, you see the priest currently on the floor. His chest and body in tatters, his intestines hanging out of his body, this long claw gash across his face. And then you see standing above him this large lupine bipedal creature. In his hand, the head of Brandon, and in the other, his body. You see pulling from his chest cavity. You see the rib cage, the viscera coats his face as he turns around. As he begins to breathe outwards, you see like this mist begin to form out. And as you look past him, you see how he got in. The window is kind of was broken in and shattered. And you wonder, how did you not hear this? You see behind him on the outside mist that has now covered the entirety of Garen's wall. The werewolf looks towards you. It drops the body. I need you to make a sanity check for me, please.
22.
Me too. As the door has kicked in, you all wake up to this loud thud of wood splintering, crashing.
Kirah. No. Okay. I will wake and stay at the chest. Check that it's
Okay.
intact.
Okay.
I want
The
to go
chest-
upstairs.
The chest attack has not been touched. You feel you have a job to do. You've been given a task.
Yeah, Zek has sort of come to the conclusion that he's going to attempt to keep lying to this Strahd. He wants the power that's in the chest for himself.
Good luck.
Hmm.
So,
Well, the other option, of course, was just to get up and walk out the front door, but unfortunately, I quite like Zek and I'd like to keep playing him. So, kind of a conundrum with that one. But yeah, I think the mystery of the power inside the chest is enough to keep him.
okay, as the door was like a starting gong. As you all wake up, you all begin to smell blood, and as you begin to hear a chorus of screams, as if they're all going in a row. You hear screams, children, men, women, outside. But what is everyone doing at this point in time?
Probably getting redressed and getting my belongings, and he probably like opened the door to his room slightly and put the mirror outside of it to see if there's anyone down the hall.
You wearing what, regular clothes, right? Like regular robes?
Just like a top and like just scarves and necklaces. So
Okay. All right. You look down. You can see the door to the room where Brandon was staying is now kicked in. You can, as you look, you can see the back of Benedict's head as he's staring towards something. You see at his feet that he's stepping in blood that's pulled out from the room.
okay, then I would have like stood up and taken my shield and have it in front of me and walk towards Benedict. I'm gonna tap him on the shoulder.
Okay. Ak and Lumiere.
I think I would just gear up and come out to the hall, and if I see Benedict, just call to him, what is happening?
As you all walk around that corner, you see what Benedict sees. A large lupine bipedal creature with the body of Brandon in his hands, still chewing. You see threads and muscle tissue. You can smell the blood. It's so strong.
We're going to have to get directions from someone else.
I share it.
I was gonna make you roll a sanity check, but because of that, I can't. That was great. The literal, as you do tap Benedict on the shoulder and you look toward this creature, that feeling you felt earlier kind of comes back. You get this small feeling of, okay, we need to deal with this. And then you hear, join him. It's a whisper
Sorry.
at the back of your mind.
Did I say join in?
Join him.
Oh, join him. Wait, join who? I said like the monster.
Yes.
Oh, right. I'm not gonna reply to that because that's real toxic. And I'm gonna thaumaturgy because I'm in love with this spell now. I'm gonna thaumaturgy the door closed.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab Benedict on the shoulder. We must leave. We must go to the temple.
What do you mean? We need to kill this whatever this is, whatever hideous monster that may be.
We might not be able to. There are many of them.
Are they?
It seems like it.
At this point in time, you're still hearing screaming coming from around the village.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
In that sense, yeah, sorry. Misunderstood.
But when we were being chased, it was
Mm.
kind of
Yeah.
very heavily implied there was lots of them. So
So you guys, I'm assuming, all run down the stairs along with Benedict and Axe Stefan, but I'm assuming Axe is whatever. And
I'm gonna
Lumiere.
at least take my time to re-armor.
Okay.
If we're going to repeat-
I'll let you try and run, and you can get like your AC is still not going to be as high as it normally is, but you kind of got some of it on. Being able to don and doff armor does take time, and donning while running is near impossible.
at least take it. Like at least like pack my stuff quickly and.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You can pack your stuff. You can pack your
Alright.
stuff.
As they come down the
Uh,
stairs, I'll look over to them. Oh, we're in a hurry now, are we?
I have a question for Kirah. So I'm a worshipper of the Morning Lord. Would I have any kind of inkling as to where this temple is?
Yeah, you do know where this. You do know where this temple is. It is called what is this place called? Millbrook. Millbrook is the place called.
So, we're in a hurry now?
Yes, we must go to the temple.
Imagine
I
we
can
had have
think
left 3 hours ago. Wow. Foolish decisions have been made. So, you'd like to go out into the screaming, would you? Delicious as it is. It seems like an interesting choice. Well, you first.
Do you have a suggestion, brother?
Right now, I'm kind of wondering why we didn't leave earlier, and I'm debating what it looks like out there. Why don't you go and find out?
We must not focus on the past. We cannot change it.
Open the damn door.
Well, thaumaturgy it.
Good. There are
Swing the door
4,000
open.
monsters outside?
You thaumaturgy the door open. As you look outside, you see the entire village is on flames. People being dragged into the streets as they're being torn apart in the sun. You see some on pikes already been erected as they're bleeding through, their intestines wrapped around the wood. And you see as through the fire, this woman, hair black, horns that extend upwards and wrap around. Wearing this dark metal plate armor and corset with a sword covered in blood as she steps forward. Kill them all. This place now belongs to Barovi.
Well,
It belongs to our master.
I guess we must fight our way out. Now I'll pick up the chest and I'll walk out the door.
As you pick up the chest, she immediately looks toward you.
Ah. Do you come from Strahd? I believe he and I have an appointment.
And on that, we will end the episode.
Woo!
I don't know if I'm in next episode, but nevertheless, yes.
We will come to MVPs. Jodi?
Yeah, okay, so this might come up like every single time, and I'll try not to say it every single time, but for me, it's the mists and fog. Like, I still miss the era of video games when, like, the draw distance was really shitty, and so everything was always in fog all the time.
Yeah.
And so that, like, always just sets mood so perfectly for me, and it lets you do things like they're chasing us without, like, it being super mechanical, you know what I mean? It lets
Yeah.
you just sort of give atmosphere. It's really nice.
Yeah, I love the mist. Joe, Jellyfish.
I mean, Ack.
Yeah, Ack's
I mean,
great.
Ack, and the way that I kind of found myself babysitting Kobold. But yeah, Ack is fantastic. I've had
Thank you.
a lot of this character. Thank you. You're welcome.
And after we come to Moo.
Axe complete and utter misunderstanding of the bandit situation,
that
but
was
then
hilarious.
cleaving 3 of them in half immediately.
was hilarious. Ack doing Ack things. Josh?
I honestly thought you were describing joking him.
No, well, he was like, you know how you like take your brother and kind of give him like a noogie or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not incredibly wrong because they were gonna try and rob Lithril and do whatever. Like they were gonna try and fuck him up. But yeah, so your instincts weren't off. You were gonna take Lithril's tea, rob his ass. They saw the musket on his back, and they were gonna try to take off everything they had. Huh? Yeah, Joe has a musket.
Yeah, but it's Joe. Oh, right. Sorry, I'm Benedict's back. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, Benedict. Yeah. Josh.
I think obviously the big one goes to you, Kirah.
Stop.
All right then. So, anyways, no, you doing an amazing job. But kind of want to give it to myself for managing to get rid of 3 enemies with thaumaturgy. I mean, 2 enemies with thaumaturgy.
Yeah, I give you that. I mean, that was a smart idea with the bank also piggybacking off the fear. You guys work together. I like that. Yeah. So I was like, cool. I'm gonna take that. And James.
That's the most useful combat use of thaumaturgy I've ever seen.
Yeah, pretty much. Josh making tea for bandits was pretty wonderful. The poor abused shopkeeper who's still being friendly to Zek.
She's a nice. Well, she's
some
dead now.
odd
She's a nice
reason. Axe incredible apple bobbing talents.
Yes.
And the sort of just the setting, the atmosphere is brilliant, and also the fact that it feels like you've decided my character is too appropriate and therefore needs to be removed.
No.
Sending me off to Strahd instead. Bye.
No. So. Oh, you said at the end, not me. Well, the thing is, like, so
You set it up. It was there.
Well, because that's how Strahd plays. I mean, that's literally in the book. Like, it's like, all right, Strahd is, if someone has seemed like maybe not of goodwill or maybe can be swayed, he will fuck with them. And he will make offers. He'll make deals. So like that's how Strahd works. That's how the whole module works.
I'm fine with it.
I I think it'll be
Just don't
very,
know how
very
that team are going to play along, but we'll go with it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested to see exactly what happens.
But no,
Yeah.
definitely. But more than anything, the atmosphere. The atmosphere is phenomenal. You said it brilliantly.
Thank you. Oh, it's me last.
It is you.
Just the fact that I get to play Curse of Strahd. My last Strahd campaign was not the best. I didn't really enjoy it. Especially when I was the one trying really hard and other people weren't trying hard. So then I just looked like a try hard. And well, me being able to DM it is fine.
I got one more when you're done.
Okay. And I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I get to play Curse of Strahd with people who are going to take it seriously and allow me to play Strahd. So that's great. Mo?
You having to retcon James literally being unable to fucking see X.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh shit, well, fuck.
I just loved your like, well, X just misses anyways.
Yeah, he
Shit.
just makes anyway. He's just gonna make it anyway. I assume that Ak was too excited. He was too excited, and he just mismeasured.
Yeah, no, thank you so much to Kirah for running this, and thank you guys for being here. We will be running this again next week, 12 p.m. EST. You may see episode 2, and we will continue from there. This evening we are running Struggling Hosh, so I will literally be offline for somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour, and then we'll be back, because sometimes we just play too much D&D. If you want something to watch in the meantime, we will be raiding Zaki Whack. He is the DM for the Secret Adventurers Society, so please grab your raid call and your sub raid and show him some love. As for the rest of the week, I mentioned briefly earlier, we are running a slightly shortened version of Milton tomorrow. We're only losing about 15 minutes, so don't worry too much about that. And then from Monday, it's business as normal. For those of you who are expecting Urktos on Friday, it will be coming this Friday, but there will be a trailer on YouTube during the week. Look forward and look out for that. Yeah, if you guys would like to say goodbye, we're going to head.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
May the blessing of Tyr accompany you wherever you may go.
See you soon.